Time to warm up the dice. Prepare the snacks. Will there be safe passage or brutal attacks? The players come from everywhere on Lantern Noir. Elves, dwarves, giants, and dragons is what you are. So pull up a chair. Get ready for the next campaign. It'll be a hell of a lot more fun than sitting in the rain. For the next 5 hours, time is gonna move a lot faster. Thanks to your imagination and your fabulous dungeon master. Lantern Noir presents.
I do like the whatever they want, though. It's good.
And welcome to Wednesday night. It is another episode of the Candlekeep Mysteries as we delve into the newest collection of adventures published by Wizards of the Coast, written by some of the finest writers they could gather in a series of quests and stories, all of which start and center on a book. I am joined by some amazing gamers tonight. I'm going to let them do their own introductions so they can have a chance to highlight some of the stuff they've been working on and stuff that's bringing them out tonight. And we're going to kick it off with a round robin, starting with Lenarius.
Let's talk about my D&D stuff.
How about who you are and who you're playing?
I'm Lenarius, and I am playing Jansen. And Jansen is an Eladrin
Sure.
monk.
Depending on what part of
Kind
the
of-
realms you're from, pronunciations.
There we go. It's my dialect. And it's a monk, but they are very roguelike, focus on themselves, haunted by the past. Thank you, Loafbone.
And we have props to the librarian outfit too, who I guess we're going to have go next.
Sorry, couldn't find my mute. Hi, I'm Shona Ilharan today, or Sho. I'm your typical half-elf librarian barbarian. You know, you need one in every group. Come to me and I will tell you what book you're looking for. You might not know, but I do.
And she is joined constantly by our rogue, who will handle her introduction.
Hey, so I'm barely Molly, but in the campaign, I'm known as Ember, and I am the rogue that will steal your wallet while also giving you a hug and telling you what a good job you're doing, and then also pick up the coin that you dropped and say, oh, you dropped this. Oh, shit, I should have kept that, shouldn't I? Oh, sorry about that.
And then rounding out our party.
Hi everyone, I'm Jess, or Enceladus, and I'm playing Mir Minthal, and I'm a Water Ganassi bard who hates people and wants everyone to just leave them alone. And I'm really excited for this. First time playing a bard, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm really excited for this group and really excited to see what we have in store tonight.
Well, should be fun. And I'm Rob, also known as Lantern Noir, and I will be guiding these four amazing characters through our story tonight. A small bit of housekeeping. I want to apologize to everyone that came by last week after the show looking for the previous broadcast on the channel. You had to find it in the highlights or on YouTube because I forgot to push the off button, and there was 45 minutes of me staring at a screen going over notes in the actual video because I forgot that when you raid, it doesn't turn off your upload. So I thought I'd spare you guys that, and there was no way for me, unfortunately, to cut that. So, but the original video is available. It's on the YouTube channel. If you look down the socials, you'll find it. You will find an amazing evening of the five of us building this party from scratch. And I highly recommend it for an opportunity to see kind of how we started off the campaign, which I thought was a great start. Also, if you want to participate tonight, our four characters are starting off with 800 pages in the Book of Fate, which will let them change a die roll up to 8 times. They can either add +2 or re-roll it. And any cheers that come in while we're playing get added to the Book of Fate to give them more opportunities to dig themselves out of whatever holes they find themselves in. You can also use your channel points to immediately force a re-roll. But depending on how we go, we may have moved on. So I apologize. I'm pretty good at keeping track of these things, but feel free to participate tonight that way. If you are at all familiar with the Candlekeep Mysteries, we do ask that you keep the spoilers out of the chat. This is the first time for all of us. I haven't even read it yet, so I'm just going to see what happens. Actually, that's not sure I did read it, but not very closely. Not very closely. And welcome to the family. Glad to have you here. So let's do this. When we last left off, the 4 of you had agreed previously. And thank you, Bra, as well. The 4 of you had agreed to go on a journey to Candlekeep. The intention to track down a particular wizard whose expertise was in removing curses. A gentleman known as Matreus. He was last seen at Candlekeep studying some topic of interest to him. No one really remembers why he went there. Before setting out, Ember sat down with quill in hand at the guidance of Shona and set out to create the book you would use as your ticket into the keep, as it is well known that none enter Candlekeep but those that bring a book not presently in its library. Of course, not having a book that you knew for sure wasn't actually in the library, a little forgery doesn't hurt too much. I mean, what they won't know won't hurt them. After several days' journey, you finally come to the pass, and you can see past the trees the towering structure of Candlekeep. Whereas Shona grew up working a library, and some of you have, in your short journeys, have come across true palaces, fortresses surrounded by walls and towers you never thought you would see 2 rolled into 1. As you came around the tree line, 2 of you were expecting a library, a nice solid structure, some chimneys, some lights, perhaps a gargoyle or 2. And 2 of you knew this would be a fortress. But none of you were prepared for the size and stature of Candlekeep. You follow the road and find your way heading towards one of the pedestrian entrances, so as not to get caught up in all of the carriages and supplies coming and going from a main. A gentleman stands, half leaning on a spear, and watches you approach. He pulls himself up to his full height, smooths off his tabard, and begins to look as formal as he can. Right, so, state your business and state it clearly.
We're here to visit and bring a brand new book to your fabulous and well-known library.
Oh, well, that's good that you news to. You have no idea how many people come up here and they don't know that rule, and it is the most annoying thing ever.
I know. You know, new library patrons. What are you gonna do?
Exactly. So bring it forward. There's paperwork.
Oh, of course. Ember, you got the book?
Just gonna hold the book up very carefully so it doesn't fall apart and kind of hand it to him.
That's a book.
It be very gentle. It's a first edition.
Very rare.
First edition, you say?
And in fact, if you have some gloves, I really would rather you not touch it unless you're wearing the proper attire.
Well, you better hold it then.
Okay, I'll keep it for safekeeping.
He turns around and grabs a pull cord and pulls down on it, and you hear a bell up in the tower ring. Where it's gonna be a couple of minutes, but something like that, it's gonna take that one's got to come in all officials. If that's really a first edition, I ain't authorized to be letting you in with it.
Oh.
So where are y'all from?
Oh, you know, libraries here, libraries there. Book hunts.
So
All over.
really? No, like if it's like where were you before you were here?
Somewhere that way.
What's the town's name? I don't remember.
Branch, I think.
Oh,
Branch
yeah.
for the branch in the river it was located at.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, if you get stuck again, I do have the Zoom chat open. If you need me to answer
Oh,
questions
thank you. Sorry.
off the air, I can do that too. Yeah, I've been to Branch once. I think I guarded a caravan through there before. It was 2 jobs before this one. Mitch just didn't like it when I was working those kinds of jobs. Most of those guys don't even know your name when you're working there. You're just that guard on the right.
And that's just a shame. You know, I always felt like you guys should have a better union and better pay.
Oh, damn Skippy. You and Domitius, you'd get along really well. Are you doing something later? Because she's making up more stew than I can eat.
I mean, if we wrap up all this early, I wouldn't say no to a free meal.
And of course, pardon our manners, we didn't ask your name, and you should never be book entrance guy on the right. So, what was your name, fine sir?
Oh, well, you see. And before he can say anything, you hear this, "Come in, Roger, come in, Roger." And this halfling barrels around the corner towards you. She is probably about 4.5 feet tall, but that top 1.5 is top knot. And it goes up the 1.5 and spills all the way down and is almost dragging behind her as she comes charging around the corner. And she runs up. "Is there a book for me?" And he gestures at you.
I mean, we have a book to offer for inspection for entrance. If we can enter into the library, I do have a very rare, no eyes I can guarantee you have ever been laid on this book until recently. It's a first edition, first of its kind, and our resident librarian will be able to tell you more about how rare and amazing and good this book is, and why it is the way that it is.
Oh, amazing. So she sets down her pack. And halflings are like skinny hobbits, if you're not familiar. They're not hobbits. They don't eat. They're more like heavily adventured hobbits. So they've got that more of an elven physique from all the traveling. And she puts her bag down and she reaches and she starts to pull out a pedestal. And so it's one of those where the pedestal is easily as tall as she is as she pulls out and starts unfolding it. And there's gears and clockwork and sprockets, and eventually it unfolds into a full-on table. So if you could just sit right here.
Of course.
And she begins her inspection. Now, this is the book you guys forged, right?
Well, forged is a strong word, but yes.
I mean, technically,
Forged
it
doesn't
is
made.
a book. It is
Artistic
it has a cover.
reinterpretation.
Oh, no.
Reading another book.
This is all original. I can guarantee you that.
Okay, slight pause for some technical issues. Everybody wave.
Oh.
Okay, good. All right, sweet. My internet had a little bit of a pause and everything froze. I want to make sure I got everybody back. She takes the book and she lays it out, and as she, gloved, opens it up, different magnifying glasses swing over it. At one point, she actually takes a small shaving off a bit of the paper and sets it aside and begins putting some alchemical chemicals on it. And you quickly surmise that she is giving this thing a complete breakdown. Would any of you like to do anything before she completes her investigation?
She's having a breakdown.
No, she's
No,
she's testing the paper for
intense.
age. She's testing the leather for age. She's doing a close-up examination of the penmanship.
Can I like loom over her and like use my intimidation to just kind of like, I don't know, because I'm not like, I feel like that's the only. I don't think I will have the ability to like do what Ember's doing and smooth talk her, but maybe we can apply a little bit of some pressure.
By all means, show us what you got.
How do I roll for it?
Well, first you're gonna
My face
act
is
it
not
out.
accustomed to glaring, but so I will need you to use your imagination.
Okay.
I'm not very good at looking fierce, but like, you know, just giving somebody the death glare, like where you just get that feeling down the back of your neck like somebody's staring at you, and you kind of, you know, you can just tell that somebody's glaring.
So big, strong, silent glare.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Maybe with like a, you know, are you about done? Or like, do you need any help? Kind of thrown in there, maybe just to, I don't know. She's small and hopefully easily intimidated. I don't know. Does
In that
anyone else
case,
have anything?
That's okay.
That's pretty much all my
I'm
person
just
can do.
leaning up against the wall, like chewing on some tree bark.
As you hear the voice
Snapping my like
over your
flipping with my
shoulder,
fingers.
you're
I'm getting
going
irritated though.
to get caught.
I am getting irritated.
You're going to
I
get
wanna-
caught, and you're all going to get killed. It'll
wanna
be
go on
your
the-
fault.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Tiff.
I want to go on the other side and just start asking her questions about all this. This is so great. Where did you get this equipment? No, that is not the chemical system that we use in my library to test the stuff. Is that a derivative of the fungal geek plant?
And is it possible while Sho is doing this that I can sleight of hand like tamper with the samples that she's setting off to the side somehow? Like put a little, like I have a flask, maybe like put a little something in there, or like rip a piece of paper and throw it in just to kind of fudge the results.
So when she looks up to start talking to Shona, you start mucking with things. And when she looks back again, she feels that sense and looks up and just sees glaring water genasi. And then she kind of like shudders and goes back to work, and then nothing's where she left it.
I love it, yes.
And meanwhile, Jensen's just leaning over there communing with her dark spirit.
Yep.
You're not
Yep.
doing anything. Your inaction
No.
probably will hurt them.
I'm pretty sure my evil spirit is kind of like poking her. I'm laughing about it because I think it's funny.
Okay, so what I would love to have you do for me, Jess, if you can roll Mirror's intimidation. Let's see what comes up. As you were the first one on the scene, as it were.
Yes. Okay. And to do that, hold
You
on
just
one
click
second.
the little box next to intimidation where it says +4.
Intimidation. Click the box.
Click the
I
box.
clicked the box.
And then
That's maybe not the greatest,
a
but
12.
it's a roll.
It's a 12. Okay. Under the circumstances, with a combination of being glared at to hurry up, she turns quickly to it's about to say something to you, shudders, turns to the next person she spots, which happens to be Shona. You know, I would do this better back in the lab. Can you assure me this is authentic?
I can assure you that this book is the one you're looking for.
Okay. In that case, Shona, Tiff, if you could throw Shona's persuasion check and
I have
impress
that.
us.
I have that skill to identify a book that people are looking for, but it's not necessarily.
That you haven't had enough time to talk to her to know this is the book she's looking for.
You said persuasion?
Persuasion.
All right. That's a whopping 4, so I'm going to guess that's a no.
Are we already diving into the Book of Fate?
Sure. Let's see how it works.
Okay. Roll it again. Let's see what we come up with. The die rolls and it lands on a 7.
Can I do something real quick?
Oh, wait. Go ahead and roll it one more time. Azteki jumped to your defense and threw some channel points at it.
Oh, well, I rolled a 14, so it's double what I got last time.
Yay, Azteki! Thank you.
Chat coming in with the save. We're not all in jail.
Perfect. Okay. I will go test it, and you can do what you need to do. Now, you're good to go. The rest of you have books, right?
Do we really need books? This is rare enough, I think. Are you undervaluing what we've just offered? This is the rarest book that we have ever seen.
Oh, see, that's not how that works. I'm sorry. I should have made that clear when you walked up. Each person's supposed to bring their own book. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's my bad.
Isn't it true, though, that there have been cases where a group entering together kind of counts as one person, is valuable and rare enough that it has often been used to cover the entirety of the party?
Oh, not on my watch. It hasn't been.
Can I chime in here?
Go for it.
So I think that it's time that I tell this halfling the truth. Okay. So it's actually 4 books. The reason you're having trouble with your samples is because we combined all 4 books into one book because we thought it would be cooler. So it is 4 books. Check the binding. You'll see.
Okay. And she flips it over in her hands and looks at it for a second. Would you do me a favor, Linaris, and hit the button for a persuasion check? Based on, it's off this little box with a -1.
Oh no. Oh no.
It wouldn't be deception.
Wait,
I was gonna say
Deception
really-
would also work. It is also a -1.
Oh, never
Could I
mind.
do
I
it
thought
as-
it might be better. Sorry.
There isn't a way I can like help her out or anything.
Or like she could tell me the plan. I've got +4.
Too late.
Dang it.
She jumped on it. Well, you never know. She could roll a natural 20.
All right.
5% of the time, a natural 20 comes up.
It's a 9.
Oh,
It's not
Okay.
horrible.
No, it's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. Do you think you could do better? Because they're helping you out. The book is filling again. Should you burn one?
Yes.
All right, twist your fate.
do it.
Go for it.
Reroll.
Twist your fate. Twist your fate.
Reroll.
Oh god.
Oh no.
And in all fairness, folks, you're still burning up points from last week.
Oh.
Fate wants you to have a 9. Fate wants you to have the 9. That's okay. I don't think that's not right. And she immediately turns to Shona. If this was a first edition, it wouldn't be an anthology.
Well, let's see. It could be. So it's not that it's an anthology so much as that there are 4 separate books written by the same person at around the same time. They're more of a continuation. We just thought it'd be kind of cool to put them together.
But if you combine them, it's not first edition then. This would be a rebind.
Not if they weren't bound originally.
Oh, I see, I think. But, and before she can say anything, it would be Tiffany's turn to hit the deception or persuasion roll.
Yes. I don't think I have a deception, do I? It's the same as my persuasion.
Yeah, it defaults to charisma.
Oh, gotcha. 14.
That's not all.
That's not bad.
The only problem with using the online, you can't change your dice.
No, there is no like, oh, the cat hit it.
There's no dice jail.
Nope.
Yeah.
And for everyone following along too, if you look down right below me, you can see the dice roller there. And you can kind of see how they're doing with that. It's partially under the chat window. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. I think that might count. Okay. And then she starts to collapse up the traveling table. and it turns
I'm gonna
into
keep-
a large staff, and she
So
sticks
wanna
it
know
and
where
it
she
sinks
got
into
that.
her bag. And then she reaches
Is it
in,
like
she
a bag of holding?
out of the bag, she draws almost as half her own size clockwork badger that she sets down and begins adjusting dials on. Now, what was your business here again?
We are. Go ahead.
No, you go. You're more trustworthy looking. You should be the one to talk.
We are actually looking for a particular gentleman who we understand is in Candlekeep. The town of Branch is in desperate need of his help.
Oh, and his name is?
Malarius?
Matreus?
Matreus.
Oh, yes, I don't remember him. Roger, do you remember him? No, don't remember. Okay. And she immediately starts adjusting gears and settings and dials on this badger. And
You wouldn't be able to point us towards... He specializes in removing curses. Maybe he's in that section of the... Do you have like a map in this?
oh, no, I got you covered. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry
Visitor's
about that.
guide.
And she adjusts a few more things. She pulls a clockwork key out of the bag. It has to pull at an angle to get it out because it wouldn't normally fit through the opening on top of the bag. Drops in the back of the badger and begins to crank it around. Matreus, right?
Yeah.
With an M.
Yes. Right.
As in Marvelous Mordecai.
Yes.
Yes.
That much. Okay. And then she checks a few more things and pulls the key out, and the badger springs to life. It stiffs around a few times, glances at you, and begins to idle Amber down the hallway.
We follow him?
And
Yeah, let's follow him.
she gestures after it.
Fantastic.
Get
It
away
will get
from-
you there. Thank you, Roger. And then she grabs the book and runs
Thanks,
off.
Roger.
Bye.
Hi, Roger. See you for dinner later.
Actually, my name is Steven, but
Oh.
Oh, so sorry,
Steven.
Steven. She said, Roger. Is she Roger? It doesn't
no,
matter. Steven,
no.
thank you.
I said they have a name for me here. I didn't say it was actually my name. But it's still better than just being guard number 5.
Well, I'm going to slap him on the shoulder and say, we'll call you Roger. Or Steven. Well, that'll be... you know what I mean. Clockwork Badger.
He looks like a Roger. He really does look like a Roger.
You sure your name's not Roger?
Perhaps it's Steven Roger.
Should get it changed. You feel like a Roger.
Meanwhile, the badger is starting to disappear around a corner.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Oh, yep.
Maybe
Did we
Roger can be
ever-
his title?
did we get the Hobbit woman's name?
The halfling never gave her name,
Oh, halfling.
but she took off with your book.
Well, great.
After the Badger?
Well, the badger went one way, she went the other.
Okay.
We probably shouldn't stick around. It's not going to take her too long to find out that
Let's go.
this is,
Yep.
maybe not the rarest of rare first editions.
Running and talking. Oh, are you kidding? This book has never existed before us.
It
cannot
truly
get
is
more
a
rare.
first
It is a
edition.
first edition.
Yes. And if we think that we all helped in different sections, then technically we were not wrong, and it was not bound before us.
It's true.
Since we're in a slight lull, I'm going to take a moment to thank everyone that's come out tonight to hang out with us while we play. I appreciate everyone in chat who's helping out with the with keeping those that are new to D&D in the loop. I really appreciate all the mods who are helping out with all of that. I cannot thank you enough for your support to help keep the channel going, and I really appreciate the fact that we already have a level 2 hype train going, which is insane for D&D. I am ecstatic at this. So thank you so much for being part of that and supporting the stream and supporting these amazing gamers.
I go on ahead and chase the badger and don't even look back at the other 3. And I'm
behind you.
walking. I'm walking fast. I'm not running.
I'm running.
I'm walking. I'm walking fast.
You're a power walking. You're
Yes.
just power walk. Yeah, power walking
Yes.
monk.
Yep.
That works.
I don't run.
The badger picks up its pace as it notices you're now following it, and continues around this corner and that. The one thing that strikes all of you is that not a single person you pass seems to pay the badger the least amount of mind. Now, your eclectic collection of individuals gets multiple sideways glances, but the badger, completely unfazed.
Are there any other badgers running around?
No, not that you've noticed. You do see periodically, like a fairy dragon might flit across the ceiling past you. At one point, you're 95% sure you saw a small demon fly past another direction. At least 2 enchanted paper airplanes fly past. It's a tie-in with Universal Studios. I have to mention it. I'm under contract. And eventually, the badger stops in front of a door. And then it kind of looks at you and waits for you to get up to the door. And as soon as the 4 of you are at the entrance, it scampers off.
Oh, I was going to say, can I pat the badger's head?
Do we have to tip it? Like, okay.
Apparently not. It already left.
Yeah.
It'll get annoyed if we tip it over.
What do you think? I think I should investigate the area. What do you guys think?
Sure.
I say we knock.
Knock. Okay, we can knock.
Okay, note
Maybe
to
like I'm only thinking maybe save your investigate for the room we might be about to enter.
Okay. What if it's a dangerous room?
Oh, that's a good
Need
point.
all of your monk skills.
What if we die? What if there's
It'll
a
be a very
trap?
short game.
Yeah, I don't want to die. Maybe one of us should go first.
I'm on
One
it.
of us.
I just
Okay.
start jiggling. I'm not knocking. I'm just trying to open the door.
The door opens easily. It is unlocked. And you find yourself in a small, almost best described to a modern audience as a dorm room.
Oh, dear.
It has a bed. It has a couple of desks. It has a bookcase for storing books that you would be reading, which is currently empty. There's a podium with a book on it. There's a couple of comfortable chairs. If you were going to do a deep dive into any topic, this would be almost the ideal setting if you were a serious academic to sit, read, and research.
Other than the book on the podium or their signs, is there anybody in the room?
Yeah, I'm just gonna barrel in mysterious Matreus,
Marvelous, Mordecai,
Matthew,
Matreus.
Mordecai. Is there anyone with an M starting name in this room? Hello.
The room is empty.
Can I look at the books?
Sure. The bookcase or the book that's been put out to study?
The book that's been put out to study.
The title of the book is The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. And on the cover is a relatively severe-looking man glaring out at you. I'll throw the actual picture of the text up on the sketch pad for you so you can see it.
I'm going to turn to Jensen and go, now might be a good time for that investigate.
I'll aid you and but I'm looking for shiny things.
Amongst its personal effects, you find a couple of copper, some very uninteresting, like a couple of costume jewelry style rings. Nothing that really leaps out as greatly worth a lot.
I'm gonna put all the rings on.
He's not there. He's not using it.
Have I ever heard of this book before? Have I ever come across it? 'Cause I don't know if there's a way to tell it.
Maybe. Give me an intelligence test. And let's see if you recall anything about it.
21.
Oh, critical success. Yes, actually. This is a book originally written by the Archmage Mordenkainen, who is responsible for multiple spells involving interdimensional pockets. So anything that creates, for example, a space that is larger than it on the inside than it seems on the outside, probably at some point he wrote it, critiqued it, or had it ripped off from him. In fact, more than likely the enchantment on the halfling's bag, which allowed her to store so much in it, probably started as one of his creations. Wow. And this
So I'm going to relate all that. Okay, ooh, I remember this book. We've heard about it in my library. And just, it's a good chance that maybe, I wonder if there's a pocket of interdimensional space here. Or if that's involved in the book. What do you guys think?
Speaking of chests, if it would be so nice if I can get Mir to give me an intelligence check while they are investigating the book also.
How do I check solely intelligence versus a skill? Do I just click the box for the...
Yep, just click the box underneath the stat and then the screen. Excuse me.
15?
Nice.
15. That is solid enough. You notice that throughout the book, there are several handwritten notes in the margins, as well as sheafs of paper tucked into various corners or as bookmarks. And there is written into it a word identified as a command word, and that word is scepter. The purpose of the word is still somewhat unclear, as you are not yourself a spellcaster. Or at least not an arcane, not wizard. Bard, yes. Wizard, no.
So wait, where did you say the word was on the book?
In the margins.
Oh.
So can I take a look at that? Because I've got arcane.
Sure, you can throw it down.
I heard, it perked my ears.
Yeah.
I heard things.
Go ahead if you want to roll for it. If you want to roll your Arcana check. Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Jeez.
Gosh. So now she can make they can make interdimensional pockets, basically.
Pretty close.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's just the mind explosion meme.
Taking a moment to process what a critical success on this relatively minor roll would translate to. Because I want to be sure you get the most bang for your buck out of this. Wow, that's a lot of 20s used up really early. It's going to suck in combat later. Darn. Okay, so the command, from what you can glean skimming through these notes, first, the wizard who made the notes is way past you on this. So you understand magic. You kind of get how the code of the universe operates, and you get how you can get in and rewrite the code, and you get all the basics. It's kind of like you've had computer science 101, 102, and 201. This person's PhD level programmer.
Okay.
So you can recognize it. You're like, oh, wow, this is nuts. But from what you can get out of this, the command word will open a portal to a very specific instance of a Mordenkainen magnificent mansion. And from what you can tell, it is focused on the exact place you all are standing.
I think we should do it. What do you guys think?
I agree. He's got to be somewhere. That's going to be our best chance.
Sounds insane.
Oh, come on. We haven't done anything interesting today.
It is a mansion.
go.
I bet there's something shiny in there.
What? So how do we do this?
And what was the word again? Scepter?
Scepter.
Was that
Should we just
in character or out of character?
in character?
As soon, the second that the word slips out of Ember's mouth, all of you feel that same sense that you have perhaps felt before as lightning is about to strike near you. Every hair you have stands straight on end. Your skin begins to tighten in goosebumps. and a portal opens directly in front of the wall where the entrance to the room would be. So rather than looking out into the hallway, you are now looking into a foyer of a mansion. You can see where the wide doors open away from you, and there's a space for you to enter into. On the opposite side of the portal, you can see a gentleman in sage robes, at the moment looking down at a black figure he's holding, and he immediately looks up as the doors swing open towards him, and he can see through the portal to you.
Step in.
Wait, he's holding a body?
A black figurine.
Oh, okay.
I'm
And in I go. Hi, I'm just
I'm not going in. I'm not going in yet.
I'm going in with Ember. Hey,
I'm going in with Ember.
Everyone promptly steps through, except Jansen, who stands there considering it. You knew you were going to stay behind. You hear the voice behind you. You don't have the courage of those three. You don't belong with them. You're not as clever or as brave.
That makes me really angry. And I turn around and I hold my short sword in my hand.
And the dark presence cackles, and you can sense it swirling in the room.
Can I reach back through the portal and just hand
Pull
on
her
Jensen's
through?
shoulder and pull her through? Like, she didn't come with us.
Absolutely,
They
at this
didn't come
point.
with us. I apologize. Come on. Like,
And in that moment, Jensen feels, unless you wish to resist, as Shona starts to pull her through the portal, and you can hear the dark presence cackling as you go.
Okay.
You have freedom to resist. No player can force a player into action.
So real quick, what if he's just trying to get me to go? And because he knows that I'm very like, don't tell me what I can and can't do. And I'm gonna go, and then I die.
So you think the dark presence is trying to reverse psychology you?
Yes.
Quite possibly. Or it's taking
What do you
advantage of
guys
the fact that you're alone to beat on you psychically and remind you that you're less than worthy. It's hard to tell with dark presences.
But I have I have evil spirits too.
That's
used.
the one talking to you.
Oh no! I go through the portal. If it's my demon, I'm going through the portal. I'm not ready to confront my demons just yet.
Point of clarity. This will always be your demon.
Okay.
You took the
I haven't-
background. I get to mess with you.
Okay, I have not yet figured out how to destroy my demon, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going through the portal. I'm going. I'm gone.
As soon as the hand touches your shoulder, you're like, yeah, I'm through.
Yep.
And the camera kind of pans down on two black eyes that kind of hover in the space and let the viewers appreciate your background and how often they're going to see those same shadowy black eyes floating in space. Gosh, I wish I could actually draw in an anime style because I can already picture how this looks like. Okay. You arrive in the foyer, and the gentleman in the robes looks and goes, you opened the door!
Yeah, it just didn't. Isn't this how you?
Well, that's how I got in.
I remember. Oh, you can't. Oh, hold. Hey.
Wait, can we
Hold the
not
door.
get out?
Well, I mean, I think so. But it's only for a very short period of time, and I haven't finished my research in here yet.
You're muted, Tiff.
sorry.
Take a shot.
Care. There you go. Is that it? Care for a cup of tea and a quick conversation on the other side, and then we'll send you back?
Well,
Finish your research?
I would be inclined to, but I think we have a unique opportunity.
Are
I'm
you?
listening.
Are you mysterious?
Betrayus.
Betrayus.
I like to think of myself as mysterious.
I'm never gonna get his name right on purpose.
Matreus, I think.
Yes, that would be me. You're looking for me?
We are. The town of Branch needs your help.
Oh,
You're needed.
It could be a practical application for your research.
Well, at the moment, my research is currently into this particular instance of a Mordecai Magnificent Mansion.
Well, wouldn't it be nice to be able to try some of that research? I'm a librarian. I forgot what I did. I'm just gonna. What?
So wait, what do you want to stay in the book you just got locked in?
Well, no, actually,
Rather
I
than
would
helping
prefer
people.
not to, but I feel like my opportunity here could be wasted.
But you
What
can
about
come
the
back anytime
opportunity
you
of
want.
saving lives?
True. But perhaps if you'll indulge me, I believe I can keep the door open if I'm on the other side of it. So if you four explore this space and bring me back a good report of it, I'll hold the door open while you do that. No more than an hour.
Mayhaps a few gold await us when we come back?
Oh,
Or
absolutely. I'd be happy to
A
pay.
solution for a curse that is going to starve an entire town of people.
Well, I figured I would probably be collecting some sort of an honorarium for the curse, and then I'll share a little bit of that with you. Since
Get
you,
yourself a deal, Matthew.
Matreus.
Right, same thing. So listen, Matt. What is it exactly you're looking for?
Well, just, more. I'll be quite honest. I've been spending the last, feels like a few moments, but it's probably been longer, just trying to get this door reopened. And I don't want to miss this opportunity. So perhaps just maybe sketch me a quick map of it.
While this is happening, can I glaze around the area in the room and look at what is in the room that we're in right now?
Of course you can. Where's my map? The space you're in now is a, best described as a foyer. Just past where you're standing, there's a single door. On a hallway goes off to your left. A hallway goes off to your right. And just a little bit off to your right, there's a staircase that goes up.
What's the lighting situation?
There are oil lamps hung judiciously along the walls. And above you in the foyer, there's a chandelier also lit by oil of some kind.
Are there any windows?
Not in this part.
No natural light.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
You cannot see windows from where you currently are.
Do you have a map started?
Well, quite frankly, I've spent most of my time here right where we are trying to get this door open again.
And what
What guarantee do we have that you're going to keep this door open? I think one of us should go with you to make sure that you're not going to close the door behind us.
What benefit would that be to me? I need you to take me to Branch so I can remove the curse.
But why do you want to remove the curse?
I would like to get paid.
Who said
I mean,
you're
that's a
paid?
good motive.
Who's paying him? Are we paying
But
him?
you just
the
just
town is paying him.
mentioned that it doesn't help your research. It's not an application of your research. Academics like you don't seem that interested in worldly possessions. You're more about the the gain of knowledge and the advancements you could make with your research. That's exactly what you told us when we first came in. Now you're saying that you'll go and do it for the gold and we just need to trust you to hold this door open?
I can't eat research.
Might I make a suggestion? How long has the door stayed open in the past?
Not much more than a few minutes.
How about we go to the other side, you try the thing, and see how long you can hold the door open. You hold the door open more than a few minutes, and we'll know you can hold it open. We'll go investigate.
What's the harm in one of us going with you?
Well, that
Or
doesn't
what
suppose
is
any
map?
harm.
3
How
people
about
can
you
map a
give
room.
me something valuable of yours to ensure that you'll bring us back? I'll keep it so safe and so secure, and it'll be fun. What's that thing you're holding? The figurine.
Oh, yes. I found it on the side table. I was wondering if perhaps it was part of the key to the door. He holds up, and it's a small black figure that looks like a little demon of some kind.
Right. Well, if you gave me that and like your wallet, I would feel better about, like your ID and your wallet and any jewelry you're wearing and that cloak. It looks kind of nice. Anything you're really willing to part with.
I'm not entirely comfortable with that. And I think for those that traveled looking for me, I'm not entirely sure this is quite how. I think
We traveled looking for your help, and now you've asked us to help you, and we have no guarantee that you won't lock us in here. I think it's reasonable, having just met you. I'm sure you can understand being wary of a stranger. How can we know that you will that we can trust you and that you'll hold this door open? That's why I propose a little bit of a swap.
Remind me again. You want me to give you something in order to ensure that I keep the door open for you?
I want the one of us that has the most muscles to go with you. And if you don't hold this door open, there will be consequences.
Well, that's a little bit brusque, I think. I don't suppose I'm in much position to argue if you really wish to split your party.
Listen, Maddie, no one wants to split the party here. We want you to go on your side and be all nice and cozy and safe. We want to explore this big mansion that probably has jewels and stuff inside of it. We just want reassurance that you'll open this book back up. I don't want to be locked in a book forever. You probably felt the same way when the door shut on you. You can see our predicament here. How are we going to communicate with you to open the door back up?
I'll just keep it open. Watch. And he immediately just steps right through to the other side of the portal. And he puts his hands up, and you can see for the moment he's holding on basically to the edge of the portal and keeping it open. I'll just stand here and hold it.
You can hold it for up to an hour?
Well, when you understand the principles at the level I do.
You better.
I'll just be right here and holding the door for you. And you needn't worry about nothing else.
Could I do would it be like an insight check to see if he's just being sincere?
Absolutely. Roll that insight check.
Okay.
And the D20 lands on a 9. He is sincere.
I trust him.
Oh, you don't trust many people.
I
so-
don't.
I mean, I don't, but
Do you trust anybody? No. So isn't that normal? So thus trustworthy?
it's thinky and it hurts my head. This looks fancy. I think I just want to walk around. Hey, Merlin, could you just hand over the figurine? It might be important later, who knows, and I would hate to be stuck and have to come all the way back for a figurine to open. What if there's a fancy book that says, Milo's special book of spells, and we need a figurine for it, so...
Lenarius, can you give me a really quick, as she's asking that, can you roll Jensen's perception for us?
I can.
That would be very helpful.
13.
That's perfect. As she's talking, you can see a dark... You're used to dark figures. You're used to voices in the night. The difference is they don't usually cast their own shadows. And
True.
as he starts looking around for the figure, which he was sure he put in his pocket, so he's patting down, you watch as a small winged creature begins to levitate up behind him on these small black bat-like wings.
Okay.
It stares through the door at you, almost past Jansen at the figure that's constantly hounding her, and cocks a tiny little grin before it jabs its tail down into Matreus's neck. He lets out a scream of pain, falls back away from the door, and the door slams shut.
So that was my bad. We shouldn't have trusted him.
That wasn't his fault.
I'll be
I don't think it was his fault.
I
It
don't
was the
like being
demon.
locked in
Did-
places.
Did we see the thing kill him? I assume that he just like jumped back and screamed and the door shut.
Yeah.
He got stabbed in the
okay,
neck.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Well,
you don't really come back from that.
But from the
didn't
back,
know-
I
right?
think
So we can see
I-
that.
stabbed.
I just start talking what others appear to be to myself, but I'm actually talking to my dark spirits while they're trying to figure out how to get untrapped.
Anything in particular you want to share with your dark spirits?
Well, I'm trying to talk to them about that demon thing, and I think they're trying to tell me something, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Okay.
I think they know something.
Oh, they know everything. Time is immaterial to those of that type. They've seen your death already, and they've told you about it multiple times.
Could I use something to listen to them more clearly? To learn things?
In time.
Okay.
In time. And
Well, we better start looking around.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the map up. Let me do this. And put that. All right, so here's where you currently are. I'm on page 3 of the Jamboard, by the way. Whoop. Give it a second to load. You're in M1. And so you have the stairs up. And you have doors here, 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 and at the end of that hallway there.
A lot of doors.
Lots of
Where are we
doors.
standing?
I think the door
Right at
to
the
the farthest
entrance.
left and the end of the hall looks really appealing, you guys.
That works.
Clear from the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's clear this floor before
Clockwise.
moving up for sure. So whether
Yep.
it's left to right or
Yeah.
right to left.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That works. Let me grab that piece of map and put it on the, oops, there it goes. Put it on the board for you. Boink. It's not quite as good as a proper fog of war, but it gets the job done. I'm pretty good with my copy and pastes. Can you tell I do this for 6 hours a day teaching? I also want to see, is this gonna... Yes, it is. Cool. I can put that back up. So when I update the map, I'll move the chat pad out of the way. So everyone can see what's happening in various places. You walk down the... Oh, I don't have box text for this. Darn it. You walk down the hallway and glance through the door and see that it is a patio. A nice open tiled space with a little bit of a fenced railing. Off in the distance, you can see what might be purplish toned grass that extends a few feet, and there's a large glimmering purple barrier that surrounds that end of the mansion. And you can go ahead.
Is the barrier like from the ground up to the sky, or is it just like a wall?
It's kind of like a dome.
Okay. Can we see past the barrier?
It's completely opaque. So it goes out a few feet, and there's like this wall that goes up and arches back over the top of the mansion.
The edge of the instance. Perhaps.
Yes, the draw distance on this particular manifestation is really short. They're not wasting resources to give you a really great photo box here. I mean, there's just a bam, this is the edge of the universe. There's another door that leads in off of the patio, But for the most part, the thing that impresses the heaviest upon you is that this is a bubble that you are now currently in. This mansion exists in an extra-dimensional pocket. Which, with the massively awesome intelligence and arcana checks, makes sense. That whatever spell created this mansion created a pocket dimension to stick it in. And just like you don't want to over-declare your variables, they just made enough room to fit the mansion. And yes, I am that nerdy. I in any game I run, there is
Efficient use of memory.
there is no difference between programming and magic. I will always go to programming as my metaphor.
We need like a D&D themed t-shirt with that on it, please.
Magic is
With
just
what on
learning
it?
how to program the universe.
Exactly.
Do we know why they built this mansion?
And I think all we
Probably
know
just
right
for
now
safe
is
storage.
it's his majestic, mysterious mansion thing, right? And it's just an instance of it, and he's studying it. So it's not even necessarily. I mean, it's like real, but it's
Well, is it? It's not Mysterio's castle. It's Mordecai's, right? Because that's the author of the book.
You've been saying so many different names for this poor guy.
They're all
and I
M's
literally
too.
thought they were the same for the second. So I was like Mordecai, Matreus, like
Yeah.
Mordecai
I think
was
he
always
actually called him
marvelous,
Mordecai.
though.
Yeah, I think Mordecai was actually.
Yeah, 'cause
Mordecai's
he's
the author. You're
marvelous.
right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mordecai's marvelous mansion or something like that.
right.
It's stupendous wonderland.
Would we know if he's still alive, the author of this book?
I wonder if he's here.
Yeah, like
That
is
could be.
he?
I believe, and this is where I show off my lack of knowledge of the Forgotten Realms, I think Mordenkainen is long gone.
Okay.
I think.
Old, dead, smart
Yeah.
person. Got
Yeah,
it.
this is kind of like when the thing to think about, another math reference, Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion is kind of like evoking the Pythagorean theorem. You don't have to be Pythagoras to use it, although some of my students think you do. You just
I
use
am
it.
an art major, Rob. You need to speak
So
in
it's kind
terms.
of like it's kind of like you know how
Molly,
there
I'm
are,
with
like,
you.
no, but you know how like you've got the Mona Lisa, right?
Yes.
Really famous, iconic. And you have seen, you know how there are those art challenges that go around where people will do their different interpretations of that particular iconic painting. Or you'll have like an iconic character that everybody will kind of do. Each of those interpretations is kind of like an instance of this mansion. There's this blueprint or this like original that they're all kind of built from, but this is just one. This is just one little pocket in an artist's universe. Their instance of this, you know, mansion.
Oh, that's
Is that
so
a good metaphor?
more
All right.
stuff to steal.
But
Just
I mean, does this stuff
Persist?
like
Do we have like
abject
sparkles.
persistence outside of the instance? I don't know that. So you could stuff your pockets with some awesome stuff, walk out, and it disappears.
Oh no, I don't like that.
So I don't know though. So we'll have to
To be
see what
fair.
the laws of.
We won't know until she tries.
It's
I'm
it's
down
for
with the trying.
science, and I feel like that validates everything I'm about to do in this mansion.
So really, we're experimenting.
I
And
am
thus
a
it's-
scientist, if nothing else. I am a
Scientist
child
of
of
expensive
knowledge.
stuff.
Yes, I am here to be an assistant of knowledge. Let's
Love it.
grab it all. Wrap it up.
Okay.
Well, shall we go through door number 2?
Yep.
My hope would be that these instances, if they are created from an original blueprint, would have an exit. Like, who would create, you know, something to like an instance that has no exit? So I think we can find. Hopefully, we can find a way out.
I have no doubt we'll find
Before
something.
our rations are out.
Maybe
Or
it's got a fully stocked kitchen.
That'd be nice.
I love food.
She is me in Divinity. 99% of my time is stealing everything. Dude, have you touched Skyrim?
That's me in Sky.
What's this? I don't know. It's not nailed down, so it's in my pocket.
Out of
Ember
like
is
plates
literally
and cups and like
Yes.
trash you end up with.
I'm literally the person who like, you know, the like cheat where you can like put a bucket on an NPC's head and then steal from their pocket and they won't notice. That's Ember just walking around.
You open the next room, which is the one that opens onto the patio. And you get treated to one of the most time-honored traditions in Dungeons & Dragons. I'd like to pause now and remind you of a small mechanic that is house ruled at my table. At any time, you may interrupt boxed text, but you must pass a DC 15 wisdom save to do so. Once I start reading...
Oh,
What does
the
that
like the
mean?
text,
Yeah,
the
so
text, the M3. On
once-
If we don't want you to
map.
read, we have to roll a 15 or better.
Yes, once I start reading boxed text, you must write it out
that's
to its
sweet.
conclusion. In the old days of D&D, sometimes they would have an entire scenes play out in box text with the PC stuck watching. They've gotten better about that, but it's kind of a house rule. Tall shelves filled with books line the walls of this room. 2 more shelves run through the middle of the room with a 10-foot wide aisle between them. Several stacks of books are piled high throughout the space. There are small reading desks with cozy scarlet chairs in the corners.
I go sit down in the chair for a minute. I'm tired.
Can I look at the books?
Just shiny stuff. Every book touching everything. Is it shiny? Is there gold on any of the books?
Are there any shiny books?
As
Can
you
I pocket one?
immediately move up and begin to investigate the books, I need Ember to give me a dex save.
Oh no. Okay. It's the saving throw, the +4, right? Just hit that.
Yeah, this is a good one for you. You're in pretty good shape.
Okay, that was almost a 1.
But it wasn't. It was a 17.
Yeah, +4. So yeah.
We'll take that.
Nice.
As you immediately look for your first book, you walk up to one of the shelves and like, oh, this looks really neat. And then quickly recognize that one of the bookshelves in the center is about to come down on top of you. You dive away from it back into the more open section of the room as it clambers down and slams into the other case and books cascade onto the floor.
I'm
No,
all
that
right.
is. You're okay?
I'm all right.
You didn't touch anything? That's a terrible way to keep a library.
I need,
I
gonna
didn't
go
like
off on a
push it
little rant.
over.
No, not you. That is not well secured shelving units.
Oh,
And they
truly,
should be
yes.
shamed of the architect. That
We
is
should-
that is unacceptable.
Show you should write a sternly worded letter. I think so. Yes.
I'm gonna wander over and start, like picking up the books or whatever. And do any of the books strike me as odd? Or the arrangement? Or...
Jesse and Linares, can you guys both roll your characters' perception checks for me?
Yes.
As Sean begins to try to make sense of this stack of books, and Ember is looking for something to pocket.
15.
Oh, those are both perfect. A 15 and an 18. As Shona starts to scoop up books, the two of you, that being Jensen and Mir, look up and see a swarm of books starting to surge down from the ceiling towards you.
I kind of yell at everybody, and I think we should all run through the next door and slam the door shut behind us.
Are they hostile books?
Well, they did just knock over a bookcase on top of Ember.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's meander towards the door, perhaps.
They're coming a lot faster than a meander. You're going to have to
Yeah.
either...
I'm going to sprint. I think we should sprint.
Does anyone have a shield? Can I like? Because
I
I have
have
a
a bow and
rapier,
arrow.
which is not exactly. Can I slash at the books?
Possibly.
I'm gonna try and intimidate the books.
I'm gonna say that in that time, as you go, whoa, you may all have the opportunity to roll initiative. As we have our first combat of the evening.
Oh no.
Where is
Sorry,
initiative?
friends. I think
It's
I
right next to your
It's up
armor
towards the top.
class.
Ah,
Oh.
Okay, how did we all do? The books did not do well.
Oh, good. Did they do as
It
bad
did
as
better
I
than
did?
me.
Where do we? Oh.
And while we're in a slight pause here for me to do that, I want to thank Weskin for following and Asteki for throwing out some gift subs. And Dave, way back when I didn't get a chance to say anything, but thank you also for the gift subs. We have our initiative rolls.
yep.
Ember, how do we do? Molly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. How'd Ember do?
For the
Initiative.
I rolled. I guess it didn't save it.
Oops.
She got a 13.
She got
Oh,
13.
I just rolled again. I'm sorry. 13.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Okay, 13. Shona's initiative.
3.
Mir.
6.
Jansen.
12.
Okay,
No,
there we
the
go.
shock of having books flying at you. I mean,
All right,
the
Molly. Ember
swarm
has the
of
first action. What's she doing?
They're still like up. They're like flying,
They're
right?
They're down. They're right down on top of you guys.
Can I take my short bow out? Shoot at them?
Sure. You could shoot up an arrow into the swarm.
Okay.
Things are getting exciting.
Do I hit the +4 next to short bow or the 1d6?
The +4 to hit, and then if you hit, you roll the 1d6.
Got it.
So an arrow quickly. The rogue whips an arrow out of its quiver, pulls back, releases it up into the sky. A 10 is going to pass right through the swarm ineffectually.
I missed.
What's our monk doing?
I think I'm also gonna take my short bow out. But can I like do something? Like, do I just have to stand there and pull the draw bow, or can I like run real quick and jump on the chair and like do a backflip and pull my bow to shoot the things so I hit more of them?
You can do whatever you want.
That's what I want to do.
How useful it is going to vary. But I'll tell you what, if you can give me a successful athletics check, I'll let you do some extra damage, maybe pick a couple of books out of the swarm
I
at
was
once.
thinking acrobatics.
I'll take
Never
it.
mind.
Oh, acrobatics is fine, yeah.
Yes. 23.
Jeez. Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
The nature of this particular beast allows you to get up there and you can actually line up 2 books in your shot.
Nice. All right.
Now you have to hit it.
All right. 11.
Wow, that was a really great display of gymnastics.
Dang it.
As your arrow sticks in the wall on the other side and pins an inanimate book in place. The swarm is going to come down upon you then. And it's going to use its attack called Book Club.
What?
Why? Burn them all. Burn all the books.
God, gotta get a refresh on that one. You guys are really driving me to drink. Okay, so as it swarms down, the books batter away at Jansen, who basically cartwheels through them off to the side and manages to dodge every book that flies past her. There's no such thing. Well, that would be psychic damage. But Mir's action.
So, how can I ask a clarifying question?
Always.
First? Are these like, normal size books? Are these like hefty honkin' books? Like, are they varying sizes?
It would best be described as yes. Imagine, the best way to describe it, short of going to the whiteboard, is imagine a bat and then build that bat out of books that are magically bound together.
I see. Okay, all right. No, so that's a little. I was wondering if instead of using my rapier, if it would be more effective to like swing my pack or something because it would hit more of them. But I think given that it seems to be an entity of some kind, can I attack with my rapier, please?
You absolutely can.
What do I see? No, I click for the hit first.
Click to hit and then click for damage. So the rapier, you lash out with the rapier into open air.
Sorry, friends.
I'm just going to put this thought
Roll
out
the
there.
one.
You have
Well, I tried.
You have 6 twists of fate in your pocket, and you've been gifted 19 on the evening.
Oh, are you all? Would y'all be comfortable with
Roll it again and hit that book.
Go for it.
Yep. Reroll.
Time to start using our twists.
12?
That is actually going to get through that's going to hit the AC.
Oh, so wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing.
Okay, all right.
Give us some
So now
damage.
Come on.
Big money, no whammy.
Yes!
Wow, that's okay. That'll shake it up pretty well.
Slashy blade to the rescue.
It is officially hurt. Shona.
Since I was arranging books, I'm
Can
going to grab a
Shona
couple.
hurt books?
Books are not behaving. I don't know if I can do an intimidate while taking a couple
Can she
of
have,
books
like,
that
a
I was
bonus?
arranging and like whacking them with it.
The librarian special and all the books just like
Cower in fear.
Kind of what I want to do.
yeah.
Can I intimidate a swarm of books? I'm well able to try.
You can try.
I want to see if I can intimidate it and, it's just a reaction. Grab the books I was stacking and just
Beat it.
use them as, improvised weapon.
All right, roll it.
Okay. So intimidate check first, and then roll to hit them, or
give me the intimidation check.
16.
That is an impressive intimidation check. If this were an actual entity of some kind, it would cower in fear. There's even a moment where Jansen takes a step back. The problem is magical constructs tend not to be intimidatable.
Never hurts to try.
Never hurts
Plus,
to try.
I'm hitting them with other books.
Yeah.
So unarmed strike, right? Now what I
Sure.
roll?
Roll the
I
unarmed
have-
strike, and then we'll kick up the damage to something interesting if you actually connect. Which I expect you will, because you
15.
did. Give me a D8.
Okay.
And then what's your strength mod again? I can look. I got
3.
it. 3. Okay.
Shoot. Sorry,
Quick
I
question.
accidentally clicked
How
into-
do we pick what dice we
If you
is
look at
that
the bottom left corner, there's a little like D20 there. You can get random dice
Sorry,
there.
just wanted to make sure I know for the
2.
future.
No, that's fine. So 2 plus your strength puts it at 5. That shook it up a little bit. And that then takes us back around top of the initiative order. And in combat round 2, Ember's up.
I'm going to attack again with my short bow, my short crossbow.
Pull it back,
Great.
put a bolt in it, lean back, bam, take a shot.
Okay. Oh, wait.
wait.
I already said it, so I get it. If you want to
But
hold me to it,
your new idea is
can I producing flame as a cantrip?
Yep.
Since I'm a fire genasi, can I throweth the flame? Or can I just
You're not that good.
it?
You can get it in
Okay.
your hand. Now, if you want to hit it with a flaming hand, you could do that.
Are they close
We're
enough?
flaming arrow.
Absolutely.
Maybe?
Oh yeah, can I like set
Oh,
an arrow
yeah.
on fire? Or is that an action?
It would be a free action if you have arrows designed to be lit on fire.
Probably don't. Okay, I'll
Ooh, tough
try
choice.
to hit it with some fire. I'll try to hit it. The arrow didn't work the last time. I'll try to hit it with some fire.
Punch with a
Yeah.
flaming hand. All right, unarmed strike. Or produce flame to hit. That'll work too.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. It's going to hit no matter what. So give me that D6.
Not the 1d8 for the fire.
Oh, 1d8. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
See, you know your character better than I do.
It's just the button next to it. That's all I know. Four.
4, and hey, look, it's vulnerable to fire, so it takes 8 damage.
Yay!
And that means if you check the battle board,
We won.
as Ember just drops her bow and just thrusts out with her fists left and right, and you can see this flame start to form around them, and in a moment there's nothing but a pile of ash around her.
I'm sorry, show. If they're attacking, I feel like it should be able to set it on fire.
Yeah, aggressive books have earned it.
I'm sorry. And I'm gonna try to get a couple of the singed pieces and hand them to show.
Put them in a special pack that I think I'm going to be developing. We didn't burn the whole library, so that's
Right.
That's good.
It was a controlled burn. We're fine.
Not all the books were bad. There's probably books all over the floor still. It was just the evil books that deserved to be burned.
Congratulations on your first successful combat as a team. I also need a short walk myself, but before I do that, somebody asked for a short character backstory. So I want to mark it as a good. Would one of you want to volunteer to tell everyone a little bit about your character while the GM takes a moment to refresh his drink, and anyone who's not talking does the same? I'm a
Shall I
teacher.
go?
I can randomly
I'll
call
go.
on someone too. I think I broke Linarius.
Oh no.
No, sorry, just as a former teacher, that's just really funny.
It's what we do. Tiff, did you volunteer to tell everyone a little bit about Shona?
Sure, I can make up stuff on the fly.
All right.
I don't know, does anybody have backstory they've made up?
I mean, I have a pretty extensive backstory, but I'll probably forget what I'm saying halfway through saying it.
Good thing this is being recorded.
You just need about 3 minutes. Just something interesting about Shona, like where the character concept came from, Tiff.
Oh, okay.
All right, and I'll be right back. Anybody else who
sure.
wants to water up while Tiff talks about Shona, do so.
So Shona's concept was pretty simple. I haven't played any kind of a fighter in a long time. And knowing that Candlekeep was about libraries and not very much else, I thought it'd be fun to do something that was barbarian based. And then the joke of a live barbarian came about because I thought, what if her family was all librarians? There's a long history of librarians, and she was really awful at it. Like she could figure out the book that people really wanted to be reading, but was really bad at library etiquette. And every time she came up against something that was very like, you got to be quiet, or you got to arrange stuff again, or that stupid Dewey Decimal System again, it's never quite right, would just make her rage. And eventually her family's like, she'd go try some other avenues. So I thought that'd be kind of a fun character to play with, is essentially, or the other way to think of it is kind of a middle management kind of a job. It's all the same every day. Eventually she's got a pin that goes on whatever her tie is. And the history to that is going to be that she was stamping books to check out. And she stamped it a little too hard one time and broke it. So her mom took what was left of the book stamp and made it into like a cloak pin. So she'd always remember the library she was from, but never again be allowed to check the books out.
Sounds like
So
I got
that's
back.
where-
Do
just
you have
right
any
the-
siblings?
She does. I think she's got a bunch. I think she's got a fairly large family.
It sounded
and,
like a side, like one of those just, I don't know, like families, like, because you mentioned like her just generations of people being librarians, so it kind of sounds like this is a big librarian family.
And I had this joke that part of the reason for using Show as her nickname is I grew up with two brothers, so I guess they get the blame. But that her brothers were always trying to get her to shush, so they're like, shush, Shona, shush. So it was easier to say Shoshona than it was to say Shisho than Shoshona. So yeah, I think she comes from like a long line of brothers too, or a lot of brothers. I imagine her having a bunch of siblings. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be kind of fun that, you know, like like a family just running this whole library and they're all over the place. And eventually they wander off to other libraries and bring back interesting things or people or whatever they can collect, because the librarians can collect anything.
I love the librarian barbarian though. That is just like,
It's so
perfect.
fun. Although I do have to give that credit kind of the title to my husband, because he came up with the title of it. But I'm like, yes, that is awesome. You will return your week at the due date, or your book on the due date, or else. So I don't know if that was 3 minutes or not, but that was good. That was where the
That's
concept came by.
perfect. I got refreshed. Do you need to go get water, or are you all set?
Yeah, I'm gonna step away for just a moment.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Well, belatedly, thanks for everyone that's been joining the community. It's great to have you guys here. We're going to be back again Sunday night for my Ravenloft campaign, as we are building to Curse of Strahd. And I won't spoil anything that's coming, but this is the last adventure before we potentially are actually going to start the epic dungeon curse or adventure Curse of Strahd, which will be really fun. They still have to deal with the fact that they released a vampire onto a city. Because go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say my group is playing this Sunday as well, and we're doing Curse of Strahd right now. It'll be our second session. I'm super excited.
Greatest adventure ever written.
I have no idea what it's about. We just got dropped in. He just said, it'll be a good time. I think you'll like it. And that was all he said, and that's all we know. So
I will never miss a chance to share this, but that module happened because Tracy Hickman was playing with his friends, also half of the staff of TSR, which is the original publisher of D&D, and the DM rolled and went, okay, the wandering monster you encounter is a vampire. And according to the story, Tracy went, well, where'd the vampire come from? And the DM went, I don't know, he attacks you. And he went home and sat with his wife and went, this is really bugging me. And the two of them sat down together and wrote a module about a vampire.
that's awesome.
Oh, you're still muted, Tiff. Or are you not talking to us?
Oh, I was talking to my daughter.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and in terms of props, I've had this for a while, but it's a tiny sword, but it's actually a letter opener.
Oh, that was amazing.
Of your tiny bow.
Oh yeah,
Crossbow.
my baby crossbow.
Hey, those things are... Don't be...
It's not real. It has like foam darts, but they don't like sit in it nicely. So it's just the bow.
As a LARP veteran, I can tell you, those things come in handy. And they're a lot more accurate than you would think.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As you glance around the room, I will also point out that you are able to find, ironically, a jeweled letter opener sitting on one of the desks.
Did you say I noticed that?
I would say that it's collectively spotted. How long it remains visible is up to you.
What's on the desk?
A jeweled letter opener.
I'm
Can
pretty
I
sure. I'm
sleight
saying, I'm
of
pretty sure
hand?
Ember.
Was or
Can I
is?
pocket that real quick?
I have no problem with that sliding into a pocket.
Cool. Do I have to roll or am I good?
I'm not going to make you roll.
Okay.
I will say that we can talk later about the about party cash. That's a negotiation to be had perhaps on Discord over the course of the week. I have many thoughts. But that can be like a session X sort of topic. I also need, for giggles, I need everyone to go ahead and throw down a die and give me a perception test. Now that you've had a moment to breathe and glance around the room. Let's see how these turn out. Wow.
I guess I'm in a
Natural
corner
20,
reading
I
a
got
book.
21.
Oh, nice.
I got a 16 plus
Nice.
2, so 18.
Please keep using your 20s outside of combat.
I
I got an 8.
It's awful.
The law of averages will be kind to me later.
No, just all 20s. Just forever. Just keep rolling 20s.
Shona's the first to spot it, and as she starts to look closer, everyone else who passed, which is everyone except Mir, glances over and sees a book that has fallen off the shelves. Its cover is an exact duplicate of the book that was in the study room when you left. The same glaring face, the same severe eyebrows, the same pointed little beard. On the spine of the book is a large gold-crusted letter R.
Is that different than the book in the room? The R?
The one that you had investigated, the one that you saw back in Matreus's study room, did not have any markings on the spine other than like little tight writing that identified the title.
Is this something that I'd recognize as a normal library mark?
It doesn't seem to fit because it looks like it's emblazoned in the binding itself, but the book
Right.
still says Mordecai's, the joy of extradimensional spaces.
What if we say the word maybe backwards to this book?
Oh, there you go.
Maybe that'll open another portal.
Are there notes in this book that kind of like with the last one?
So I'm gonna press on the R.
Nothing really happens.
No, nothing. Huh? Open it and flip through them.
Scepter.
The book itself is a perfectly clean, unadulterated copy of the previous book that you had been looking at. There are no notes in the margins. It looks like it is fresh off the scribe's desk.
Retipser?
Retpez.
Yeah. Retipes.
You chant the word a few
Probably take it
times
with
with
us.
different inflections, but nothing seems to be happening here.
I'm gonna investigate the rest. Is there a word that's prominent, like you know how people name their houses? Is there anything that indicates that maybe this place has a name? Like maybe it's Scepter?
Not that you've seen yet.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll take the book. And is there anything else that looks really out of place? Or should we explore?
It's a fairly extensive collection of books. Topics include arcana, natural science, religion, some astrology. There's a book about planar travel. There's another one that's an entire 500 pages theorizing on converting a sailing ship into an interdimensional traveling ship, allowing it to pass
that
through
book?
space.
Yep.
I'm all about
Wipe that
sailing.
book.
Are you all over there trying to steal the book from each other?
Boats? Did someone say boats?
And I'm just gonna sit there and go, we could be like space pirates.
Well, we still have to get out of the house. Although, if we can figure it out, then being space pirates would be cool.
Several books of folk tales. There's a collection of poetry. There's another collection of poetry that focuses on poems about spells. And then there's poems about wizards. And then there's a book of poems about wizards and their spells.
Wizards use scepters to cast their spells, right? So if he said the word scepter instead of needing the word scepter, could there be something else that's important to have for casting that maybe would go the other way? Does that make sense?
Pointy hat. Wand.
Well, a wand's a scepter, right?
Staff? I'm just gonna start saying every wizard thing at the book. Cats.
I think that,
Robes. Hat.
I think
Familiars.
that I would like to do some investigating while they're talking.
At this point, you have more or less emptied this room of interesting points.
There was another door there, right?
There's a door that leads back out into the hallway.
Back into the hallway. Go back into the hallway.
Maybe move on to the next room.
Yeah. Should we check out the...
Yes.
Continue on? All right.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
You open the next door and find yourselves in a map.
In a map? Cool.
Now, give me a second. Doink. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. That's what I'm supposed to be using. Oh well, too late now. There's actually a player version of the map that they provide that doesn't have the little lettered markings on it I'm supposed to be using.
Oh.
I remain mildly mad at myself for that.
Well,
It's
as we
okay.
don't know what it means, it's just marking the room so we know which one we're in. So we can say M4. Clarity of vision.
And it appears to have migrated. I must not be lining things up well.
So
I'm
it is supposed to be flush with the other room, right?
It is.
Just making sure that we don't have to go knocking on walls for
They're hidden hallways.
There we go. Close enough for government work.
Hey.
Okay, you creak open the door into the next room. And actually, honest, I don't mind having the little labels there. It makes my life easier, too. If you can say, we need to go back to that one room. What was it again? I think it was M4 on the map. This room contains a battered wooden mannequin and a weapon rack holding staves and daggers, all lit by the indigo-tinted light streaming through the window. The floor is stained and scorched. At the far end of the room, a broom hovers in the air, sweeping the floor by itself.
Wait, a what hovers in the air?
A broom.
A broom.
A broom.
I thought you said a room, like a room within a
The
room.
broom.
Got it.
It's
Should
sweeping
we
the floor.
potentially, while yes, it's likely that Betrayus possibly has perished, but in the event that he is not, we do still have a bargain with him to get him a map of this place in exchange for help with this curse.
Right.
It would really, really stink to spend all of our time and energy scouring this place only to leave without this map. Should we be perhaps documenting in somebody who's an artist, documenting actually, maybe Ember with the forgery skills, there's art, there's a lot of art there. Like perhaps we should be kind of laying down a rough, I don't know, what do you all think? I would hate to leave here, find the guy's fine because he's super powerful,
that's-
whatever. And then he goes, "Where's my map?" And he won't.
That's a
lift
great
the
idea.
curse.
Yeah, can I use some paper and the ink from my forgery kit to
Yeah, well, absolutely.
scribble a loose map of where we've been?
This is collectively, this is not your first time attempting to do something interesting with life, so you probably could even use a bit of lead pencil.
Oh, okay.
That would be technology appropriate too, and much easier to work with than trying to deal with an ink quill. Quills are good for writing letters. Pieces of lead held together in a little metal thing are good for quick. Here's where this is. Here's where this is. Sure, Ember can be officially
Here's where the
map maker for this
storm
session.
of flying homicidal books are.
Yeah, there's doodles all over the map. Like I actually have been doodling in my D&D notebook. Like here's the book that we went into. It's a lot less menacing than I think.
But it's awesome.
But there's a lot of those doodles. There's like a book with googly eyes and like big teeth and one
Yes, I
room.
love it.
Awesome.
That could put, like, I mean, it's marginalia, right? There's like a long
Yeah.
storied tradition of people doodling in manuscripts.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm doing. So I'll take little notes when what rooms we go in.
Awesome.
I don't actually have to draw the map though in real life, do
No.
I? Okay, good.
No, I'll just keep throwing it up here on the screen as we go
Okay.
along. I'm not, I mean, you can, but I'm not going to. I used to like making the maps for my group, but I was weird.
Maybe at a later date, but it
Later
would be
date.
stressful to try to do in the moment.
I hear you. So the room is, again, has like a attack dummy and staves, some daggers, and other like wizard type weapons for practicing on it.
Could I look at the daggers and just see if they're better than mine or prettier?
Sure. You start to walk over, and the broom makes a couple passes in front of you, and then flips over and works in another part of the room. And they're in good shape. They're in good repair, but there's nothing particularly unusual about them. I mean, they have a good weight to them, but it's not like you're like, ooh. It's like, yep, that's a pretty solid made dagger. That's a solid made dagger. I don't need 5 daggers, do I?
Need is relative.
I like smaller, shinier things. Pocket size.
Oh, there's a story there. I'll save it for later. Anything else you want to investigate in this space?
I want to check out the
broom.
weapons, but I suspect the mannequin will attack us if we go try too much.
Do you poke the mannequin?
Yeah, I probably do. Actually.
You give the mannequin a solid push with your war mace, and it
Yep.
sits there.
Hey, excellent.
What about the broom? We got a magic broom.
It's kind of pulls the stuff into a little pile and then starts to scoot it over towards a corner.
I don't know if a broom's going to be much use if we're traveling, is it?
You could
Can we-
sell
Yeah,
it.
we can always remember it's here and come back for it.
Okay.
It's
I
sell
mean,
it.
I'm just saying. I think there are a lot of folks in Branch who'd probably pay a pretty penny for
Yeah.
something that would clean their house for them.
Can
I would.
Can I walk up to the broom and kind of tap it? Hey, broom. Are you sentient?
As you
Want to fit in my pocket?
as you approach the broom, it seems to like it sweeps away from you. You can
It's
back
like a Roomba.
you can back it into a corner or
Rejected.
something, but it seems to be making an effort to not interact with you.
I like this broom.
I kind of like it too.
You feel the broom. There are people. I'll go over here.
Yeah. The broom and me are on the same wavelength.
Can,
mean,
can I
he's-
do something?
Absolutely.
I do some acrobatics and run around this, like I run up the side of the wall and then jump over to the other side of the broom, distract the broom, and now the broom is distracted. That's what I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to do.
Okay. This is not a situation where you're in any real risk. So absolutely, you take a jump over to the far side of the room with an interesting little wall run, land down, and now the broom has found itself trapped. It starts to, you can see for a moment, it starts to sweep dirt towards Jansen, and as soon as it realizes that they're not moving, it starts to sweep in the other direction, and there's Mir, and they're not moving, so it tries to go a third way. There's a mannequin there, and so it starts to sweep back towards the wall. There's not a lot of room for it. It kind of starts to, you can see where it's starting to sweep in this very tight little box.
Oh no, now I'm empathizing with a broom.
Yeah, I'm not one to disturb someone in the middle of their shift. I think we should leave the poor broom
Let's
to
not
do his
trap
business.
things. Like, no.
Yeah. So that's gonna do we do just a general investigate of the room? I'd like to do that. Just investigate all the room, and then if there's nothing, head out.
The most remarkable thing that you could find at this point, aside from the aforementioned weapons, is that a study of the walls show that there are posters diagramming attack and parry positions for staff wielders. They're pretty good. Like if you were to practice a solid staff form, every major position is listed, counterattack. If you really wanted to train up in quarterstaff, this would be a great place to be doing it. It's almost an idealized training room.
Cool. If I ever end up with a quarterstaff, well, think about it.
Anything?
How are
behind
the posters affixed to the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Amber and I are like, can we take it? Can I have?
Read my mind, Mir.
You're like, can I have it because it's shiny and I could get money? And I'm like, this is reference material. Could I take this? 'Cause, I could learn from this.
They're tacked into simple little frames. You could pop them out of the frames if you wanted to, or cut them out.
We could go halvesies. The spoils of war.
Posters and a magic broom.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna take one, but can I use some ink to like give one of the forms like a mustache? And,
Absolutely.
like, some eyes and like.
Can I take them then? Can I take the one that she put a mustache on?
Absolutely. You can cut out its frame and.
But like I don't want her to see it. So like she like does it and kind of walks away, and then I go up and sort of just like take it and put it in my bag.
Totally doable.
Yes.
I'm gonna...
Roll. Tuck. All right. You find yourselves back in the hallway. Do you want to continue down to the... Are you just going to keep going door to door? Or do you want to go further down and investigate?
I think our plan was door to door, just to quick search.
Be complete about it?
Yeah.
All right. In that case...
I don't want to miss anything.
And that is exactly where that's supposed to fit. As Ember continues to sketch it out, she opens the door and looks around.
Quick question. It actually looks like in M4, the room that we just left, that there was another door at the other end.
That's a window.
I think it's a window.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yep. Thank you.
No problem. That's the window. All right. So this one, now that I can use that map, there it is. As you approach, you notice the door is cracked about 6 inches. You push the rest of the door open to look in. The entire far wall of this room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables. There are several paintings on the walls. A fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs.
Oh, kitty. I want to go pet the kitty.
You Jensen beelines into the room. Cat! Do me a favor. Linares, can you go ahead and roll Jensen's animal handling?
I can.
It's up there. She's like,
No.
Oh.
yes. Well, you do have a bank of rerolls if this matters to you.
Do
Oh,
it. Let's get ourselves a pet. We've got a gazillion of them. We might as well.
Can
Roll
I?
again. Absolutely.
We can have like the team mascot. A new addition.
Let's have a cat.
Ouch.
Wait, what? Oh, I thought it was 15.
Oh. Okay, hit it. Roll it again. Ears got your back. Third time's the charm. There we go.
Yay! 17.
There we go.
Thank you, Ear.
There you go. Yeah, you pick it up and it immediately it's a climber. So it nuzzles into your arm, and pretty soon it's starting to like nuzzle into your neck and climb up out of your arms onto your shoulder. And you instinctively find yourself doing that shoulder hunch thing you do so it can walk on your shoulders.
Is there anything magical about this cat, or maybe can I don't have like a arcane check, I guess, or like a detect magic, I don't know, but can I like tell from its eyes or something if it's like a real cat?
You can roll something.
Okay.
What do you think you would roll? You tell me.
Investigation, maybe?
Investigation would be to actively, inquire.
Perception?
Perception
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds
okay.
reasonable. Animal handling to see if it's acting unusual.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
If that's all right.
That's fine with me. Cat names for the kitty. Oh boy. Chat's going to get interesting here in a second.
Oh, fun.
Ooh. 13
And
plus 2, 15.
that's solid. From what you can tell, it is acting like any other clingy, cute cat would act.
Perfect.
If it's magical, it is an incredibly well done illusion.
I want to investigate these books and see if anything jumps out. Not actually jumps out, because we've had that room.
Okay. You can start to poke around the books and look to see what you can find.
Do we have any like cheese or a little bit of jerky that we could perhaps feed the cat?
Oh, you have
Like,
rations. Sure.
tempt
You-
it
I'm sure
to
we do,
love
yeah.
us
Oh, yeah.
and stay with us.
Oh,
This does indicate that somebody lives here.
Well, yeah, the cat's not
Because
dead.
the cat's not dead, and I'm assuming the cat looks fairly healthy because it's not attacking us for food.
Hopefully it's not, it's not like feeding on, I don't know, I'm being morbid, but like the dead bodies of previous people have tried to leave this place. Hopefully that's not what's happening.
No,
wow,
I
that
think
took
there'd
a
be.
turn.
If this is a book in a library and people have access to it, there has to have been people that have come and gone through here.
We would hope.
It's always a way out. I mean, that is
Or-
a way out, but not a good way out.
Wait, if it's not a magical cat, why is it here? Maybe it walked through the portal.
Maybe it's part of the design of the room. Who doesn't want
Yeah.
a comfy room with lots of books and a comfy book chair and always have a cat?
Or maybe it's Milo's cat that he brought in here with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Does the cat have a collar
No.
or like a tag on the collar? Ooh,
Nope.
okay.
Nope. And as you talk,
Maybe
it,
this is Mordecai. Mordecai.
Marvelous
I get like
Mordecai.
in the cat's face. Mordecai, can you
God.
hear
You're
us?
gonna get clawed.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
It just it stares back at Ember and kind of rolls its head like it wants to understand. It has no concept of what you're saying. You're just a very strange human, and then it opens its mouth to mew at you, and it lets out the tiniest little squeak.
I'm just gonna pet it.
We'll
Go.
take it with us.
We'll save you, Mordecai. Don't worry about it. We'll get you out of
Anyone
here.
have
So Shona is
tailoring skills? Can we
Sure.
make a cat
That room-
carrier?
I think he'll come along with us. We'll
might.
see.
A little pack, a little cat backpack.
As Shona's starting to look around the room, I'm going to take a moment to remind you that it is generally a free service at your veterinarian, as it came up in chat, to have your pets microchipped. You want to
Yep.
do this. They encode all the key information about your animal. If the animal is ever separated from your family for any particular reason, it's not hard to be reunited by simply scanning that chip. Plus, it gives veterinarians the entire medical history of that animal, which will let them care for it until they can get in touch with you. This can save your pet's life, and most vets offer this as a free service or at a nominal charge.
Cats and
Also, if you want to
puppies.
take your pets abroad, it is actually in many countries legally required, which I just discovered.
Oh.
So
Lantern Noir presents Cares. The more you know.
Cats, man.
Okay. Can you tell my wife works in
Receiver.
veterinary medicine? And I've heard that speech a couple of times.
It's super important.
It is.
Okay.
should we chip our children? Sorry, chat. Oh my god.
No. And I've had this discussion with my husband.
Why,
No.
why do you think both of mine have one of these?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't have to chip them. They want that chip. You laugh, but every parent knows it's true.
Isn't that basically what an Apple Watch is? I mean, they're wearing like a
Oh,
chip
I'm sure
that you
it is.
can track.
Okay, you begin
Sorry.
to investigate the room. And one of the first things that jumps out at you is another book with the same visage of Mordenkainen on the cover. The same title emblazoned on the spine, The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. But instead of an R, this one has a golden I emblazoned on it. The letter I, not
Right.
an I, the letter I.
Do you guys think there's a book for every letter in his name?
What if
No,
what
I
if it
think
all makes
there's
a
a
word?
What's a code?
Yeah,
or
like
it's a password.
boggle. We'll get all the letters and we'll like boggle it together. It'll be good.
D&D boggle.
Yes.
Yeah, like the weirdest haunted house night.
There's
sleepover
definitely no
ever.
I in Scepter.
Right.
But
that's
in
what I
can't
mean.
be that.
Mordecai,
Yep.
The guy's so into himself he made his own name the password.
I mean, he's
It's
right.
very wizardly, I guess.
You don't
but
want to
It
say
wouldn't
it in
be in
front of
that
him.
order, though. Oh. All right.
we
Well.
definitely need to start collecting these then.
Oh, already on it.
Like, I imagine that the librarian almost has like this special library pack with like, you know how like tech people have like extra slots for like cords and things like that. This is like a traveler's pack, but like library mode. And there's like extra slots for books. It's like you just slide them in and like.
I so want that.
I mean, I want that IRL.
As you investigate the room,
Oh, yeah.
you discover that the vast majority of the books stored here are personal memoirs. Most of them are handwritten. There are stretches where they all have the same kind of binding, as though the author had purchased them together to fill in over time. The more you read through them, they are all signed by the same writer, Fistandia, Fistandia.
Thank you.
No problem. In several places, she references her worship of the god Mistra, as well as her knowledge of magical arts. For those playing at home, that means she's multi-class cleric and wizard.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was still part of the text. Go ahead.
No, I'm not in text at all. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Feel free to ask your question.
So I have a little bit of a bonus to religion. Is there anything especially being kind of like a worldly traveled person, might I know what Mistra is the goddess of, or like what they are the deity, or region maybe, or anything about this particular deity?
Quick rack your brain for some stuff on her.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Oh no. Why bring the dice into it?
Because I got to eat your
16?
rerolls up somewhere. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. This is relatively common knowledge. But she is the goddess of magic. Our Lady of Spells, mother of all magic. Venerated by mages. Answers prayers for those who are trying to find magical secrets, unlock more of the divine nature of the arcane nature of the universe. Provides and tends to the weave, the conduit through which mortal spellcasters and magical crafters can safely access the raw force of magic. So, mages write the code. She provides all of the power to the computer.
There is a certain irony to, I feel like, our wonderful ragtag group of adventurers being in this place that seems so like perfectly designed for the intellectual mage, and none of us are like like mages or wizards or whatever you call them. Like
I
we're
have
kind of just
high
all
arcane and
Do you?
intelligence and
Yeah, but you don't cast any
freaking-
spells or anything.
Yeah, you're a
right?
monk. So like
Like none of us are like wizards.
we're
or
not like wizards. Yeah,
warlocks.
thank you. Whatever you call them. So it's just kind of funny because we're all kind of walking around like cool magic stuff. Yeah. All right. Cool. Where's
I bet a
The stuff we
wizard
could
would
sell?
pay money for this, though.
exactly?
Although, after this adventure, there's nothing stopping anyone, for example, the monk with the 60 intelligence, from multi-classing into wizard.
that's what I'm gonna do.
It might even make a little bit of sense, all things considered.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Ooh, isn't there like an arcane trickster rogue?
Oh boy, what have I done?
Oh, and there's a bard I was reading about because you pick like a bard like family or school or something, and then there's one that's like basically psychic blades or something. I don't know. I was trying to read and it got overwhelming, but sounded cool. Sounded like magic.
As you continue to read through her notes, you come across a section where she documents the creation of this particular mansion. It started with a grant from Mistra herself. At least she credits the moment of clarity to create the spell to the goddess. And in doing so, created for herself a permanent magical mansion retreat. A few days later, she begins to make some notes in her journals that there is a risk, given the nature of the portal, that guests may become trapped, as only she can access the doorway willingly from both sides. That there's a command word to open it from the outside, but the inside's a little tougher. Thus, she laid out a plan to provide a command word that guests who needed to leave could use. The next several pages reference interesting ways by which one might hide a command word in the mansion, but never go into great detail as to what that might be. As quickly as she documents a potential place to put the word or write the word, she then scratches some quick notes as to why that's foolish and an insult to the intelligence of anyone who would find their way in. The last entry in this particular memoir references that a perfect plan has been made, but she dare not write it in the journal for fear that it would ruin and insult a potential guest.
Fucking academics.
Can't just write it down. Can't just be simple.
So you make yourself like a magical wizard spa, and then you've got to make like this massive, detailed puzzle to get out.
Looking
Wait.
closely at the
I
stuff
would want to
she's
hide my
scratched out.
secret spa.
Yeah.
I apparently have a teleportation spell, by the way.
Ooh.
You do. Misty
Does it
Step.
cross dimensions?
No.
It's
How
only
does
like
it work?
10 feet though, right? Or something like that?
Yep. It's Misty Step is a short. I'm gonna double check the distance, but it's a short distance teleport. You basically step down into a small fog and rise up out of the fog at another location you can see.
It's like 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
30 feet.
But you
great.
can't take anybody with you.
It's just you, and it's once per short rest, if I remember right. And it is up to 30 feet to a space you can see. So here's the thing. You could use it to get out of the mansion. All you have to do is be able to see a point not inside the mansion.
So if the door was open.
Exactly.
Oh, good.
All right. So there's nothing in the book that she's scratched out or whatever that starts with R.I.
No, in fact, it's that's what's scratched out as like the next paragraph is her saying, well,
it's all
that's a
about
silly idea. I can't do that. Discarded
I
ideas.
also feel like the order right now is relative because we're going through these rooms in our own order. So I imagine it's going to be a little bit of an anagram situation. If our assumption of the letters in the books are going to give us the passcode, I imagine that the order we find them in might not be like how would she know that people would find them in the right order? You
I
know?
agree with that.
Yeah, but what if the words like spell out the way to the next clue, or where it's hidden? You know, maybe it's like a scavenger hunt or something, and this is just part one.
It's the worst escape room.
Truly, it's not meant to be escaped. I think.
All right. I'm taking.
Why make your little magical hidey hole difficult to escape? If you make this blissful, wonderful area, I feel like you would want to make it hard to find.
I mean,
Not hard
has
to
it been
leave.
blissful? It's nothing but books and books trying to kill us. I mean, the
That
cat's
sounds
nice.
like a wizard's paradise.
I'm digging
to
this
me.
cat.
I mean,
Marvelous
cat's
Mordecai's
cool.
Hotel
they're into some
California.
weird shit.
Wait. I want to walk over to the cat on your shoulder. Just go. Is
Fistandia?
Fistindia? Is it you?
And cat glances back at you and purrs.
Meow if you're trapped in a cat body.
And then it kind of looks down at your pack where you pulled out the jerky from earlier and looks back at you and meows.
I knew it.
Oh, come on. Let's check out the next room.
All
Maybe
right.
we'll get another clue.
To continue your quest, you would... actually, before you leave the room, I need everyone to give me a quick... give me a perception test. Let's do that first. So I'm trying to remember what you have said.
15 for show.
Okay.
17.
9.
That's okay. You have a cat.
Yeah.
Jensen's
you're
going to be
distracted.
a little distracted anyways, because cat.
I'm very distracted. 5.
Ironically, the person... So here's what happens. Ember takes some time. She's mapping it out on the paper. And let me get the... And at the same time, Mir and Shona
wait.
glance over her shoulder.
Look at the yeah, no, I think I just got look at the room that Ember's drawing. The back wall, like there's a gap.
Oh.
The proportions do not line up.
Is there
Can I go
like
knock on the back wall?
there's like bookshelves there. Is there a top to the bookshelves?
Yeah, those are all bookshelves. They go all the way to the ceiling. It is just wall of books.
And that's the one that looks wrong?
It's
Are there
well,
any
it's too
covers,
short.
spines that have any kind of significant markings per se?
Or like scratch marks on the floor? Can we move the bookshelves?
Ooh, this sounds like the
You
kind
gotta
of thing you
pull
would
it, and it's
discover
like a-
through investigation.
Yes. And I totally wanted
Have good perception.
Yeah, I have actually really good investigation. Can I do a roll?
Absolutely.
Nope. Oops, I rolled. Ignore me. Don't pay attention to the 2 that I just rolled.
I rolled a 21.
I rolled a 26. Natural 20.
So she found the way out.
We
I
both got a
guess.
natural 20 years
I
better.
found a portal into another realm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We know all the secrets of everything now.
Terrible combat.
Law of averages
Cat, we found a
guarantees.
secret room. You can dream.
And you found like secret jewels like hidden in one of the covers of the books or something.
There's gotta be a book like bank somewhere, it's like secret
Yes.
hiding book in here somewhere.
Money. Rich people
Right.
hide
My
money
grandpa
in
used to
fake
do
books.
that. My grandpa used to so he actually didn't trust banks because he went through like concentration
Depression?
camps and stuff. So he had like a tough time, but like he would hide $20 bills in his books.
Mhm.
And so when we moved him, we were like from his house to live with us, like we were packing up his library, and a book slipped out of my mom's hands and opened up, and there were like 4 $20 bills, and we were like, what? So we went through and we shook all these books, and he had like 10 grand hidden randomly in his books. So you
It's all in the
know.
banana stand. The money's in the
Yes.
banana stand.
Yes, shake your books.
No
You never know.
kidding. Okay. You... Yeah, okay, I know how I'm doing this. Okay. As you fiddle around, you quickly and easily spot the tracks on the floor where the bookcase slides forward and then sideways. It takes, as soon as Ember has identified the pattern where the door follows, Shona reaches down and immediately her finger slides along, catches a book, and tips it out from the shelf, along the bottom shelf. And with a pop, the bookshelf begins to roll forward. It takes no effort for the four of you to guide the shelf forward and slide it out of the way, revealing a staircase down.
Score.
I'm gonna lead with my hand axe.
I don't have room. I'll start a new piece of paper for this one, because I can do that. All right. This staircase, unlike the rest of the mansion you've been in so far is not lit by lamps, but is instead lit by torches.
That are burning?
That are burning?
That are, well, burning is a relative term.
Are we in like a back door? Like, you know, like program back door? Like Matrix back door?
Maybe. So there's your staircase down. I don't want to run out of space later. And the hallway turns. And without incident, you can easily glance around the corner. So I'll put that up there too. The hallway goes a short distance around the corner and dead ends with a doorway off to the side. And that looks like a nice, neat fit. Go me. And there you go.
That's open the doorway. Open the door.
Who winning? The cat.
Yeah.
That's true.
The cat's winning. The cat is
Decidedly winning.
Yep.
It's kind of like
King.
the cat without name so far. So which door are you going through
Doesn't like
first?
names.
They who
Two?
must not
I
be
thought there was
named.
Just one. The one on the left.
Oh, so the one at the base of the stairs?
Yeah.
Ooh, good choice. You push open the door and realize it opens into a hallway. That which runs a short distance and ends in
A door.
another door.
There's 2 doors, right?
With a door off to the side.
Right. So you said there
Just
was
take it one at a time.
Yep. So the first door we come to.
So straight ahead.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Or the one on the right.
Oh, there was one on the right. Right.
Or the one on the right.
One on the right and then straight ahead, I think.
Okay, so you enter this hallway and check that door right to your side.
Yep.
Makes sense. You
Best
don't
way
want
to map it fully.
Yep. And you don't want to pass something that could come up from behind you.
Right.
Because
True.
that would be bad.
In which case, there's a lot of stuff that could, because we did not check everything from that first floor.
This is
Oh.
also true.
But where's our sense of adventure?
They're retaining the air of mystery. Will they? Won't they?
Will they? Won't they? Who knows?
Stay tuned. Bum, bum, bum.
So we go through the door. What do we
You
see?
ease the door open. This dark, stone-walled room contains only a few objects. A 5-foot diameter circle of intricate runes covers the floor. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite the door, and bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contained has long ago burned into cinders, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur. Sitting next to the bookstand is a large, warty toad.
New friend.
Can I walk up and just say, Mordecai, is that you? Croak once if you're Mordecai.
Gonna do a little bit of investigating starting at the doorway.
Okay.
What are we walking into here?
You start
And
looking
not
around?
Step in the circle.
Ember crosses the room quickly towards the toad to investigate it and ask its identity. As she kneels down in front of it, it looks up and croaks loudly, licking its lips with its massive tongue. It croaks a second time and then lunges towards her.
Whoa!
As
Can
it
Am I able to like grab the back of her pack and like pull her back?
sure. As you pull her back towards the center of the circle, it
If she's cool with that. I don't
Yes.
wanna, like-
It
Okay, all right.
transforms from a toad into a demon-esque creature, and is going to enjoy an opportunity for Ganassi flesh.
Not cool, Mordecai.
Not
I draw
on my
my short
watch.
bow.
Yeah, let's attack.
I got this.
Let me get up on the table, and then I'm going to need some initiative rolls from everybody. Where is the cat? Excellent question.
on my shoulder.
On his shoulder. Ah.
Wait, is that all it has? That's all it has. Well, this will be a short fight. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call him off. You tell me how you did it. How'd Ember do?
Oop, sorry. I was drawing a very angry toad.
We'll come back to you. How'd Jansen do?
I got 4.
Okay. That's okay. Or Mir, I'm sorry.
8. No, you're fine. 8.
8. Shona.
11.
Charge in, barbarian librarian. Protect us.
I know, I just don't go first. Dang it.
Well,
Oh, it's really cute though. Oh.
That's your definition of really cute?
I like animals.
Okay.
I rolled a
weakness.
16, by the way.
Oh, well.
I saw it pop and guide in there. Doesn't really matter. It gets first action. Which kind of, it's consistent. It kind of
makes sense.
jumped on you anyways. And it is going to immediately... Oh, I like that. We'll do that. This is kind of fun. That makes sense. I'm going to need... Ember is going to need to give me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
As it roars and it almost seems to grow while it screams. And you can feel every nerve in your body
no.
go the same direction to
A
get out
3.
of the room.
A 3.
Oh God.
I'm frightened, aren't I?
Yes, you are. You have a bank. Do you want to kick it in now or do you want to take off running?
I'll bank. I don't think I've used one yet. I'll bank.
No?
Yeah, well, you guys have plenty. Don't be afraid to burn them up.
Use one to get a cat. We can use one to like help you.
Yeah.
All right, reroll that.
To avoid a
Okay.
toad?
Less than ideal.
I
Oh,
make it my
3 again.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna run. I don't. You know
God.
what? He's so
Save yourself.
he's so angry. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Nope, that's wrong thing. Ember's the one that's frightened. There we go.
Oh, we gotta re-roll from chat.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, caught
wait.
it. Caught it. Ears on your back. All right, one more try.
Oh my god. Okay.
One more try.
You got this. We believe in you.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
You're not intimidated by
You can do it. You can do it.
a demon, shape-shifting demon.
Waiting for it.
Oh.
Waiting for it.
A 15.
You are not intimidated by this demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Not
saving the
today,
day.
Mr. Frog.
That is a tall action, though.
He's so angry.
Aw. That's awesome.
Angry Toad. Which, your action's up.
Oh, my action. Okay. He's like a demon, right?
Yes.
Okay. I guess, and he's like right on top of me.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to gnaw your face off.
Okay, I'll dagger. Can I duel?
You
I
can
attack him?
totally flip the daggers out from behind your cloak and stab into him.
Okay. So
So first to hit.
nat 20,
Jeez.
Splat the toad.
Now immediately,
24.
if you hit your damage, D&D Beyond is smart enough that it will actually go ahead and apply your critical damage.
Nice. 2d4 plus 2. Okay.
This could be
Stomp on the toad.
this could be over very fast.
7.
It is. And as long as it took for us to start the combat up, this demon dies as it roars into Ember's face, and she roars back, lashing out with her daggers and just dropping the thing.
Not
Toad
today.
kebabs.
Yes.
She stands up and kind of wipes a little bit of green gunk off her cheek.
All
Not
right,
today,
Ember.
Mr. Frog.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
put little X's over his eyes now.
And also, I'm going to share a small bit of disappointment because I thought that the tilde was a universal symbol for not, And Mr. Eric should know that not D&D on my channel rewards is an indicator I'm not going to do it during a D&D stream. But I do love you being here, and I love you being engaged.
What is that redemption? Can I ask?
I take my hair tie out. But I can't. I'm not going to put my hair down during a D&D stream. That's too... I lose focus.
Oh.
His hair is his power.
Too luxurious. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
we can't unleash the mane. It's
No.
too much.
Not yet.
Not far enough in the adventure
okay, that's
yet.
fair. That's fair. In logic, it's the tilde. In programming, it's the exclamation point. You're right. You're right. That's
In some linear algebra libraries, it is also the tilde in programming. But the logical not versus like inverse is different. So
yeah. Can't let those loose locks down. At least let me get my hair cut so it's a little shorter. I'm trying to shoot for Jesse's length, and then I'll start wearing it down more. But, boo, tilde not. Okay, on that note, you guys have dispatched the closet and are now have an opportunity to investigate the room in relative peace.
I'm gonna reach into a random pocket for a handkerchief and hand it to Ember. Wipe the green gunk off and investigate the room.
Thank you,
guts.
Sho. I appreciate it.
Nice job with the dagger. It's coming along.
I'm getting less sloppy.
It's
It
fantastic.
you know what? I found a guide in a book you showed me, and it's done wonders.
I told you needed that book. You do still have to return it, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
You take an opportunity to look around the room a bit more. There is not much in this space. It almost seems as though it was consciously left relatively empty, because if you are summoning something, you don't want valuables smashed by said thing you've summoned. So again, an ideal space to practice summonings.
but also like the cat, somebody had to summon the toad. So
Well, but the toad
indications
was
of a presence, right?
the toad's a demon. Is the cat a demon, but maybe just hanging out with us?
I mean, benevolent demon sounds cool.
I
mean,
would befriend a benevolent
This cat is
demon.
really happy on my shoulders.
I would say
Inside
Don't
check on
you
the
like
cat.
all the
attract
jerky you
dark
have.
things anyway?
True.
I think benevolent demon kind of defines all cats.
You're not wrong.
Truth. Truth.
But the cat, by the way, has jumped down and is now sniffing around the room.
Ooh. I follow the
Is the
cat.
cat focus? Yeah.
It not really. It's just kind of it's exploring the space, and then it kind of stops and cleans its paw off. It starts to sniff its way over towards the remains of the closet, and then it pauses and walks away from it.
Finds a door that wants to be on the other side of. So nothing else in the room. So,
Not really.
all right, should we check the other one? Let's go check the other door.
All right, you head back out into the hallway and work your way down a little bit further, and push that door open. All right, I'll put this up on the map, and I'll tell you what you find. And there it goes, and then let's gotta make it fit. Perfect. As bit by bit. You push open the door and find yourselves in a well-stocked laboratory. Most of this room is taken up by long wooden tables that are covered in glass vessels and books. Cabinets with glass doors line the walls, and they contain all manner of specimens. Just below the ceiling in the middle of the room, colorful globes circle each other in an intricate dance. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky, with a golden sunburst in the center above the closed door.
I'm gonna head to the bookshelves and see if there's another book. The same grouping.
I'm sorry, what was that? I got distracted there a second.
Well, I'm gonna go look for another and the bookshelves for another copy of The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. Or anything else that looks out of place. I mean, you gotta file your books in a laboratory correctly.
Yes, you do.
Could I have Mir step out into the hallway for a second? AKA, may I use the restroom and take a small break?
Actually, give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, no.
What you are going to find in this room is that there is indeed a book with the letter T. And I do think that where we are time-wise, now is a perfect time for a short. Let's take a 5, come back, see where we're at, get a little bit more under our belts, and then see where this takes us. So I'm going to go ahead and put us into the full break mode. We'll see everybody back here in 5 minutes. Enjoy your time chatting with each other, and we'll see you then. And there we return in a puff of smoke. I am going to thank you, Eric, for that. I did just set myself up, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the refresh because I'm working through that water. And we're good to go. Linaris, you had something you wanted to share?
Oh, my ears move when I chew food, and it's really cool.
I'm not going to lie. That filter is like spot on good. We'll have to start really looking into seeing what kind of other filters they can get out there for, I say that, but I think there's like color reskin filters.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole
hold on, I'll show you something that's kind of scary, but it's really funny.
Because that's what happened to Lawyer Cat. Okay, then.
Like, there's all kinds of things that you can do. It's amazing.
Didn't we just fight that?
Something like that.
More toad-like.
Curse of the Were Closet.
I want to check one thing before we get rolling again. I did do that. Okay. So, note to self. Okay. I can make that work. All right. So, what are we doing now? You've explored this particular room. Which is, again, has the star chart on one wall with lots of various marks on it, and you found another puzzle book. Glancing around, you can see there's lots of materials you can use for all the different things for measuring and basic explorations. But that's about the most of value you have found thus far.
Nothing shiny, nothing looking of value.
Nothing that sticks out particularly. I mean, you could start to fill your pockets with random flasks and other things, but bang for a buck on cash value, probably not going to be worth it to try to go any further.
Anything like helpful, maybe potions or like things that might. Okay.
Nah.
Nothing for healing. I have some like medicine ability, like nothing that might heal a wound or like, I don't know, help us out in the future. Or is it just mostly like esoteric? This is sulfuric acid. This is whatever.
It's
Okay.
my little chemistry set on a grand perfected scale.
Yes.
And indeed, they've plundered everything: letter openers, books, and a cat.
Hey, we're moving up. We're getting better with each thing.
I'm not sure if you
It would have been a
Back on my
toad
shoulders
too.
yet. Like, is my cat back up here now?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes, the cat.
Are you just coating your shoulder in little bits of sausage and cheese so it'll stay on your shoulder?
No, I'm just that good with cats.
That's fair.
That's awesome.
That's fair. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I don't care anymore about knowing the marks on these rooms, because darn it, I'm going to lose track of what room you're in if I'm not careful. All right.
Yeah.
I assume the plan is to continue to explore the basement.
Yeah.
Yes.
If there's
All right.
anything more to explore.
There wasn't a book in the closet room, was there?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, there was nothing
It's
in the
like
room except the summoning equipment, or the braziers, the circle, the pedestal, and the demon that tried to eat your face.
Okay.
Should we have tried to ruin the circle so that nobody could summon something else? Is that bad?
Oh yeah, were there like runes or was it just like ash?
There had been runes written there at some time.
I mean, is summoning inherently bad? Like, just because that particular creature attacked us, I feel like, I don't know. We shouldn't like ruin some wizard stuff.
Yeah, what if it's like a
know?
teleportation circle or something? Maybe we could use it for later.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. And maybe you could teleport yourselves out of here once you get to like 5th level or so.
Oh, we're just gonna stay here that long, huh?
No. I don't like cages.
This could be a problem for you then.
Yeah.
This is
It's gonna
probably
be
starting to
rough.
take a toll. You make your way back through the basement, not dungeon, through the basement to the one remaining door at this level you have not yet investigated. You carefully open the door and reveal its contents to be another room for experimentation. The air here smells of astringent chemicals. Long wooden tables stretch across the room laden with vials, beakers, and flasks holding various liquids and powders. Books are stacked between the glassware and chemicals. Yellow paper charts and blackboards full of complex formulae cover the walls.
All right, seriously, what kind of guest does she have here?
This is like killing me as a person versus character, because me as a person is like, I want to look at all of these equations. I want to write them down. Like, what are they saying? Can I do the math? And then like character is kind of like really low intelligence check, like, or not wisdom or whatever. Like, it's fine. I'm here to just play music and intimidate people. So it's like, no, but I want to know what they say.
I think you already know what I'm gonna ask. Is there anything shiny in here?
As you begin to explore the room looking for things of value.
And a book? It's fine.
The book is not hard to find. Propped up against one of the beakers is a book with the same stoic face, but this time with the letter B emblazoned on its spine. As you glance around it and begin to ponder the significance of that B, you take in that there are 4 clay figures on the table next to it. They range from rudimentary, barely humanoid shape to a small winged body so lifelike it almost appears to be real and merely asleep.
Do either of these look similar to the figurine that Merlin had? I know it's not Merlin. It's
Take a quick
Mikowski or
pause. Let me
Matreus.
see if I can reset Zoom. There we go. Had another internet hiccup, so give me a quick second to log it down. I've got Tiff back. Okay, everyone's coming back up online. I think I found the fix for my Zoom freeze. Okay. One more time with the question.
Would any of these figures look like the one that Matreus had?
No. These are clay, and they look like they're hand sculpted. His was much more of a professional level, like perfectly crafted, very smooth. You can see like fingerprints on the clay on these ones.
Okay.
So you can see where hands have created them. As you investigate to see if they match, you can give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Sure. I would like to. 14.
Is
Not
good,
terrible.
is good enough to identify that these are figures used for creating. I can never pronounce this right. I read it all the time. I never get it right. Homunculi.
Homunculi.
Homunculi. Thank you. Homunculi. That sounds like now. Yep, that's right.
Oh. Okay, so knowing that, does that mean these are the beginning part before you've made the homunculi? Or they control the homunculi? Do
Matreus a homunculi of Mordenkainen or whatever his name is?
Mordecai? Do we have to worry about homunculi being in this place? We don't know yet.
That's not generally a thing he's known for doing, but wizards are known to create assistants for themselves.
Since they're curious
And
people.
This would be you would craft it first and then enchant it. So this would be a good start.
There's no like evidence that it's already been enchanted. It's just at the formation stage, right?
Right. They're not moving or anything. So if they've been enchanted, they haven't been very well enchanted.
Okay. Can I go? Is the clay still wet? Can I like mess with the face?
It's not wet. You'd have to force it, but they're not fired or something.
Can I give them little handlebar mustache?
Sure. You can pinch them up into mustaches.
He must be fancy.
While she's doing that, is anyone else going to be doing anything of note?
Just investigate the room.
I'm still talking to my demons.
I'm just looking around, kind of like. So it's tough. It's tough with the stairs, and I'm really bad with like sort of maps. But it does kind of look like the stairs don't line up. But it could be because there's like the height difference. So when there's height in maps, I do struggle a little bit, I'll admit. But it does look like in the upper left, there's a bit of a gap. Is that just a feature of the stairs, or?
It is hard to say, and this is one of the first times you've been in an enchanted mansion, so learning curve attached. You can search that wall, though, for a secret door if you give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Seems reasonable with the map in hand to go, something looks off here.
I'm
Probably very oblivious then. 11.
You do not find a secret door.
sad face.
The reasons behind said lack of secret door will vary, of course, but that's what you come up with.
I'm also gonna add really bushy eyebrows.
Really? Okay. Not a problem.
What about a hat?
You
Put
can.
a hat on him?
Is it
I
just
wandered over
their
to help.
bodies or is it clothes?
They're just bodies.
Oh, okay. So it'd be like a fleshy hat if I made a hat for him.
Okay, that'd be weird. Never mind. Find something to be a hat.
You continue to look around. Jansen's able to spot, as they're taking a moment to pet the cat, 2 potions set off to the side. And a short investigation reveals them to be healing potions.
Potions. I take those potions. And I put them in a bag.
Probably a good idea to snag those before you get too far down the road.
Yep.
In fact, all told, between the 4 of you, you can probably find 50 gold pieces worth of alchemical materials spread out among the room.
Each or all together?
All together.
Okay.
Is there anything like sparkly? Like even if it's not super valuable, is there anything like super sparkly or glittery?
There's a couple of really neat pieces of pyrite.
Could I nab one?
Sure.
Cool.
In fact, as you continue to look around, Kamira, give me a intelligence test.
Who do you need one from?
Mir. As they pick up a really nice piece of pyrite and begin to investigate
I'm
it.
basically just walking into walls, like banging my head on things. I got a 5.
There you go.
Oh.
I kind of want to take the 4 clay statues.
You can pocket them if you want.
Yeah, I kind of do. I'm going to take a different handkerchief from a different pocket and wrap them up. Nice.
Yeah. You can wrap
do
them
you-
up and throw them in.
Yeah, but I'm going to ask Ember. Do you mind? I thought we could take them. Kind of play with
No,
them.
this one, this and the one I've been working on. I'm
That was
gonna
yours,
go. This
right?
one is a work of art.
That's beautiful. It's some of your best work.
Truly.
Indeed. And that's about as much as you're going to find here. Yeah. Unless you wish to continue to look for anything else in particular. This
Just
room
any
is...
interesting books that we might need to get to another library. Sound like heard that there might be some interesting ones here.
Oh, possibly. They're all very focused. Give me another intelligence test. This time for Shona.
Just flat out intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a 6.
Okay, they're interesting books of various types.
Okay.
And they look like they're good, books on different kinds of chemical processes and alchemical operations, and for the most part, it's
remember.
mostly over your head.
So, yep.
Or if it was
Up
ever
high, too.
not over your head, you're just not
It
feeling it
should
today.
be.
Not feeling it today.
All right. Let's
There's
see what else we
nothing
got.
like hidden under tables. There's no like hidden drawers or hidden anything.
Give me an investigation check. And we'll see if you can spot anything extra.
Ooh. 25.
That's an awesome roll. That would find anything of value in this room that has not yet been identified. That doesn't find anything that has not yet been identified.
Oh.
But hey, you are confident you have locked this room in.
Okay. On to the next one.
And just because I've been dying to share it with the party, I'll also throw in that as you begin to like restack the books that you are not finding anything from, you realize that most of these seem to be the ideal books if you're going to research a way to transmute random materials into gold. If it was your goal to make gold, this would be the collection of books you would need to do it.
The one in this room?
This collection of books, yes. If you were going to successfully perform the alchemical process of transmuting lead to gold, this is probably the collection of books that might guide you there.
This is the books I want. I'm not a book person, but I would
Bearing in
like
mind,
books.
you don't really understand a lot of anything that it tells you to do.
Nope, but I'll find someone who can tutor me. Is it like so many books would be like cumbersome to carry?
You know that cartoon of the kid walking where you just kind of see her eyes over the stack of books while she goes?
Okay. If show's not looking, can I rip some important pages of like how to do so out?
You don't know enough of what you're looking at.
Hmm.
Remember the previous reference where I brought the Pythagorean theorem? You went, whoa, I don't get that.
Yep.
It's a lot of Pythagorean theorems.
Mm.
You know it's a math thing.
I want this.
Someday.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly kiss the book and set it back down. And say my good night, my sweet prince, and then leave the room.
The cat jumps off of Jansen's shoulder and starts to meander its way towards the staircase.
I follow the cat. After you, Mordecai.
Bring us snacks.
Were there any other rooms down here? Or was that the last one? That was the end of the hallway.
Last one in that space.
Okay. I guess we'll follow the cat. I'm going to get up by Ember and go, I saw you really interested in those books. I bet if we have access to the original book, we could come back whenever we wanted. Once we figure out how to leave whenever we want. I'm just saying.
Hidden though. This was like a secret passage, right? Like,
yeah, but we know where it is, so we could go back.
No, I mean, all we got from this, right, was like one of the books.
Two, I think.
Two? Okay.
2 books and kill the frog.
I'm trying to keep track here of where we found different books.
Yeah, 2 books and a frog that I killed. Rip frog.
You didn't just kill, you like obliterated.
I'm sorry, Mr. Frog.
There's a frog stain. That's it.
Kitty. Yeah, it was a perfect, like it had 7 hit points. So it was like a perfect, like, bam, dead. It's one of those rare moments as a DM where it's like, wow, it worked out perfectly. And the little bugger didn't even get an attack.
And also, like, this thing, like, she was going down to pick it up, and it lunged at her, and she just...
Stab.
That's some reflexes. That's, it's impressive.
There
Rogue.
is a reason you keep her around.
I'm a little crazy, but I can stab things.
Just saying.
But you are crazy. Exactly. So it's all good.
Okay. You work your way back up the stairs and into the study. And find yourselves once again standing in the foyer and at a bit of a crossroads. The cat takes that opportunity to sit down square in the middle of the foyer, walk itself in a circle a couple of times, and then go to sleep.
Well, that's no help. I'm going to go to the next room.
Up the stairs or continuing along this floor?
got 2 more rooms along this floor. Is that right?
2 doors and the door at the end of the hallway,
Oh,
which,
3. It's probably another.
yeah, via symmetry, you would assume it's another balcony, but that's, again, an
I
assumption.
say we do the 2 floors on this room, finish it off, and go upstairs.
Sure.
Amazing.
Did we ever
Alright.
investigate the foyer? Is there anything in here besides foyer?
Well, yeah, there had to have been, because when we first came through it, Mordecai had this figure, and there were books behind him, wasn't there? Or did I misremember?
I think you took the figure with him because he
That's
was
the
holding
thing
it
that-
When the
Yeah.
thing came behind him, right?
Well,
But I think
Right.
there was something else here.
I think the figure turned into the demon that killed him because he couldn't find. I asked him for it, and he said he didn't know where it was, and then something stabbed him.
Oh, you think
Like it
when he
summoned it?
went through the threshold, it came to life, and
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, like maybe it came back to life, like through a different plane or something.
Oh, maybe this is a prison.
No.
oh,
you
this is
think
way
the
too
P
entertaining
word.
for a prison.
I know.
Mm.
Is there anything else though in the foyer?
Not really.
Okay.
It's meant to be a comfortable place to land or to enter in. There's a place, pegs on the wall for hanging cloaks, and a small rack for setting perhaps an umbrella or walking stick. It really
Nice.
just a nice place to enter into. Very welcoming and warm. As you stand there discussing and glance down the hall debating, the door to the room you've been debating going in, but next to the stairs, is also cracked.
I walk towards the door.
I'm going to use my hand axe to just push it open. Not standing directly in front of it, just glancing.
Flamp. Okay. And you have a nice, neat, square little room right there. Let's see.
That is cozy.
And I will tell you what you see in there. Checking my notes. There it is. All right. The aromas of cooking permeate this kitchen. A large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks lined with hanging pots, pans, and cooking utensils. Everything is sparkling clean.
It smells like food. Is there anything like on the stove or like over the fire?
You want to go investigate?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
I'll help you.
I like food.
You start to cut in, and as soon as you enter into the kitchen,
Oh no.
with a flapping of wings, 2 small forms land on the nearest table. They bow low before you and ask, "How can we be of help, our honored guests? Cooking? Mending your clothes, perhaps?"
Snack sounds nice.
Oh, she wants snacks. And one of them flitters over towards one of the cupboards. "Do you have a preference?"
Savory?
And it immediately
Savory
begins
snacks.
fishing out and starts to load up a little table with some dried sausages
Oh.
and finds a few more crackers and begins to kind of pile it up, and then it kind of, like, its wings kind of barely get it off the ground as it kind of flutters over to the table with you, and then boom, puts it down in front of you.
Are they like little
How can
birds?
I
They're-
pay you? Or like
Oh, no
you
payment
know-
necessary. No toad legs? No. No.
frog legs.
No payment necessary. We're just happy to be helping any of the mistress's people or masters people.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
What else you be needing?
What are your names?
Oh, I be cumin. This is coriander.
Oh, they're named after that. That's so cute. I'm sorry.
Do you
That
happen
was
to know the
character.
cat's name?
Whose
Do
name?
you know the cat's name?
Cat.
That cat. Did the cat come with us? She's still sleeping in the hallway.
No, she's on my shoulders.
She was
Back
sleeping
on
in
your
the
shoulders?
hallway.
She's supposed to be on my shoulders.
No, she curled up and slept.
You walked away from us, remember?
I thought she came back. I thought she always comes back.
You can go back and pick her up.
I'll go back and pick her up.
You just scoop, pick up the sleeping cat. Truck.
And what did you say they look like? They're like birds?
They're little like well, you remember those things you picked up? The clay figurines?
Yeah, they look like those.
They are like the next level up from those.
Oh. Smaller than I expected for a homunculi.
They're about yay big.
Homunculi. Oh, excellent.
You know.
Well, cumin and coriander, thank you so much.
And cumin and coriander, who is your master or mistress, might I ask? What is their names?
I was crafted by Fistendia. Coriander by the name of Freyat. Yep.
Freya.
Freyat. Master Freyat.
Oh, Freyat.
Yep.
Are they around?
Who was by Freyat?
That would be Coriander.
Are they around the mistress and good sir of the manor?
They both kind of pause and look at each other. And then they both kind of look up like they're thinking. They look at each other. And he goes, "No, I haven't seen him in quite some time, mistress. Quite some time."
Oh. Is there anyone or anything around and about that we need to
How
be
do we
wary
leave?
of? Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, how do we leave?
The Cumin starts kind of stares up. You want to leave?
Oh no!
What have we done? What have we not done wrong?
To take the handkerchief that Sho
I
gave
told
me
you they'd
earlier.
want to leave. Nobody
like-
likes hanging around us.
Oh,
No, it's not
that's not
that.
it.
To be good guests, we have to leave so that you appreciate us and we can come back and thus be appreciated again. Because service like this would spoil us being done every day.
Aw, that's sweetie to say, miss. It's right, sweetie. Yeah.
So, how do we leave?
What
Now,
have I
don't do that again. Don't do that. No. You're a good servant. You're really great to us. Very
You make
good.
the best snacks. We'd have to come back.
Oh, they're fantastic.
We have soup too.
Oh, wow. Soup.
I'd take some soup.
Yeah,
What's
that's
in your
awesome.
soup?
They both start to flutter around the kitchen and begin organizing stuff up and finding bowls and spoons. And it takes them a good 5 or 10 minutes to kind of get everything laid out. And they plate the soup very, very carefully. And they take their time and they bring it on over. There. No more talking about leaving now, right?
Right.
Right. So, do you do all the cooking yourself, or are there other helpers that help you with this, or are you guys in charge of this whole thing?
Oh, Mistress Nappy needed no more than us, miss.
Where do
In
you
the
get the
whole
ingredients?
Right. The whole place we take care of, clean up, carry things. Well, we don't clean up the one room with the broom. That room gets cleaned
that
all
makes
by
sense.
its lonesome. But we clean as we need, and we cook
Roomba.
as we need, and everything is here as we need it. No need to be going out. No need to go to the store. I'd like to go to the store. It's fun to stand in lines.
Do you two ever get to leave? To explore? Have an adventure? Check out the purple lawn? That kind of thing?
Oh, adventures. Those be dreadful things. Make you late for supper, they do.
Not if your adventure is supper. Which gets him to go to the grocery store and stand in line like he desires. See, everybody should have an adventure that they like.
I don't like adventures either.
Coriander, you are a fascinating creature.
I think
I bet
that's
you
the
have a
kindest
lot
thing
of
anyone's
stories
ever
in there.
said.
It's like Eeyore.
You have a tail. Yeah, I know. Let's see if he's got a tail back there.
I did. Master
Did you
thought I
lose
looked
it?
better without it. Now I
My
don't.
balloon, my birthday balloon.
Does he have some little way to clip a tail on? Because I'm
No.
pretty sure I've got a bookmark in here. We can just...
Oh.
He's not really down with that.
I know. So we'll have some, just ask them, I think while we're eating, maybe ask some questions about the house.
Or like, how how long ago were you created? Do you remember?
Again, Cumin thinks space.
Maybe how old are you?
2 days. 2 days. No more than 2 days. Hasn't been that long.
Okay.
Oh.
Have you had many guests in those 2 days?
Well, since Mr. Stone created me, I think I've seen 2 people. No more than 2.
Is everything gonna be 2?
Wait.
How many fingers
What
am
were
I
those two
holding up?
people?
1,
So,
2.
so we're the most people you've served at one time.
Oh no, we've had more than just you. We've had 2 people.
Excellent.
Right. I get it. 2 people. I got you.
Are there any rooms that you're not allowed to clean?
Well, we don't be cleaning the room as the broom.
Of course.
And that's a nasty thing too. You don't want to be cornering it now.
No?
No.
Of course not. Don't do that.
No. No, it gets right nasty if it gets in the right mood.
Oh.
And
good to know.
and we don't touch the books with the face of that scary man on them. Nope.
How many of those books are there?
2.
Right into it?
Could
Is
you
there one
show
in
us?
every room?
Yeah, could you show us where they are?
Maybe we can help you by getting rid of them for you.
Oh, no. Can't be getting rid of those books. No.
No?
Must
No,
not
just
be.
we'll put a cloth on them so the face isn't, you can't see the scary face. It'll be fine.
No, Mistress was very clear. Her instructions were right on. Nope. Must not touch the books. They're there on purpose.
Oh, was there other instructions with the books or just don't touch them?
Don't touch the books.
Oh, fair enough. Clear and to the point.
But you know where all the books are.
I think they're around.
Would you show
Point
us?
on this map of where.
Except we've only drawn the map of where we've been.
Yeah, I'll make up some rooms. It's fine. Can you? I'll just add some squares in the blank spot. It's fine.
Would you show us where you find these books?
In Mistress's rooms, I think.
Oh yeah, no worries.
It's gonna be, the answer's gonna be 2, but I gotta ask.
It's gonna
how many
be-
rooms are there?
2. But if you're looking, there's the Arboretum behind us. It has fair dragons in it.
Are they friendly?
Oh, mostly harmless. She said mostly.
Oh. Is it Coriander who's the Eeyore?
Yeah.
I appreciate your bluntness. I really do.
I think that's now the second kindest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Quick, say a third and see if he can count higher than 2.
And you look great. You look dapper.
Oh, now, Mistress, you're gonna make me blush. That's the kindest thing anyone's ever said.
Oh. All right. Well, thank you for this lovely soup and repast, but should we check out the next room?
Oh,
Might need to
you're gonna
explore
go
a
keep
bit.
looking around? Now,
Oh,
I
we're
have
gonna
to be
here,
warning you
so
now.
we might as well
Be
explore.
real careful if you get yourselves up into the planetarium.
And how would
We
one
need to be
find...
careful in the planetarium.
Yeah, how...
Oh, I not be knowing why. I just know that when Mistress goes in there, sometimes she don't come out for hours. And it's like she vanished because I'll go in there to clean. I can't find her.
But she's
Oh.
never gone longer than 2 days, right?
2 days is a long time.
Truly,
NB.
it is.
It's how long they've been alive. That's a lifetime.
It's long. That's a long time.
Indeed.
How would one get to the planetarium from here?
She gives you some directions to go back up the stairs, and it's on the upper floor.
So it'd be above the arboretum.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
You go up the stairs to the landing, and I believe if I'm reading this right, you take a left, and then go through those rooms. Yep.
Okay.
So you go up the stairs, pass through the scary room, and then this room past that.
Well, I got nothing. Anybody else have any questions for these lovely,
No.
dapper homunculi?
Hey, can I get some cat food?
Oh,
Yeah, what's the cat eat? Oh, what's the cat's name? Now that you brought the cat
The cat
in.
doesn't like names. The cat
cat.
doesn't like names. No, the cat doesn't like names. No names for the cat.
I'm gonna start going through like
Jansen is
cat
committed
names.
now to the cat. The cat has no name.
No, the cat has no name.
Is the cat's name Mordecai?
I'm just curious if you're going to take it to a desert with you.
Fergus. Well, so it could be on a cat with no name. Woo!
Maybe its name is No Name.
Oh.
A fair point.
No name. It has no name.
Point.
It just
Where
has
we
no
at? What
name.
time? Okay.
His name is Mr. Whiskers.
Actually, I did have a stray cat that adopted me, and I named him Mr. Whiskers.
Oh, Mr. Whiskers.
Okay, perfect. So you open the door. I'm assuming you're moving into the next room over.
Yeah.
All right.
Finish this floor.
All right. There's nothing untoward here that I can't just grab, so I'll do that. Boom. And I'll throw that on the map. This is going to be perfect. Cat has no name.
I'm just gonna randomly start referring to the cat as different names to see if he ever reacts.
Just gonna keep calling him Mordecai, and if he ever makes a noise, it will
Gotta commit.
confirm.
Oh, that's what it lights up because there's the pantry.
But like, so
Okay.
I love that you can remember Mordecai's name when you're calling a cat with no name Mordecai. But when someone's named Mordecai, it's Monty, it's Merlin, it's Mark.
Yeah,
It's not
the
Mordecai.
best.
It's Mordecai.
And that wasn't Mordecai.
Mordecai.
That was for the other one.
Matreus?
Well, then I can't even
Matreus.
get his name right.
But you're consistent in it.
Truly.
Okay. Perfect. And that is a big, I believe, a giant window on the far wall as you come into this room. So,
I go looking around.
large windows form the entirety of one wall, looking out on 3 planted beds filled with vegetation. Within this room, a crystal chandelier hangs above the table made of dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table. A 7th chair sits alone in the far corner.
Anything in the
Is-
chair?
I say, can I go sit in the chair? I want to go
The-
sit in the chair.
Chair in the corner?
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit in it.
All right. You walk over to it and plop down.
It's comfy.
It's a decent chair.
I like it. My cat's sitting on top of my shoulder, kind of pawing at the chair.
Give me a animal handling check.
I thought she was sleeping on the floor.
No, she went back
No, I
and
picked
got
you
her.
back up.
She
She was
18.
18. The cat
Nice.
seems stressed. She's not sleeping. She's actually kind of starting to pace on your shoulders rather aggressively.
wonder if she doesn't like the chair. It doesn't like the chair. Sorry.
I think it doesn't like the chair. I stand up.
You stand up?
I stand up.
Does the cat relax?
Yeah.
The cat is just, no, not really. It is clearly uncomfortable.
Can I do a
Maybe
perception
anything,
check?
Sense anything? Yeah.
Maybe. Let me check something here. Sure.
Okay. Boom.
You guys have had some amazing rolls. We'll see what happens.
8.
You just had to say it, didn't you?
Can I like channel point redemption a reroll for myself?
No, no. You got the
That's
bank.
cheating, yeah.
Are you twisting your fate?
I feel like the cat is important.
Or maybe the cat's trying to tell us something now. Like, maybe
Yeah.
get out of the room or something.
No.
Yeah.
Well, ears got your
Oh.
back. Ears got your back.
Yay! Where is it? Wait, which one am I doing?
Perception.
Dang it.
No.
Maybe, Jansen, do you want to step into the hall and see if the cat just calms down? Like, just go through the doorway? Does he calm down?
That's a good idea. I back out of the room.
To the kitchen or to the hallway?
To the kitchen.
Okay. You tuck back into the kitchen, and the two servers, you're back. And the cat kind of like curls up into a little ball in your arms and kind of just nestles in and buries its head.
It's the room, then.
I picture us all just with our heads out the door to see if the cat calmed down and back in.
It's like like Scooby-Doo, like stacked leaning over the... Can we check the room for things that would be bad?
Can we do an Arcana check?
Sure. Actually, I would love perceptions. Then. If you're going to start to investigate the room and
Can we
looking
all
for
do
things that are
perception
out of place,
checks?
everyone can. Sure.
Awesome.
If I'm not in the room,
Well, you know what? I'm continuing my habit of just walking into walls.
Walking into walls.
Just staring at my feet. And
Wait,
I
was
don't
this
know.
was this perception or investigation? I forgot.
You can use either one.
Okay.
Oh.
Investigation is more aggressive. Perception is what do you notice. Investigation is what do you find as you poke around literally.
Ah, okay.
12.
Oh, nice.
15.
I got a
Oh,
15.
Perfect.
15.
All right.
12.
As you walk around the room looking at things, moving things around, the first thing that strikes Ember is that there's no logical reason for this space for there to be 7 identical dining room chairs.
Well, they had 8, but there was a dinner party that went wrong.
If there
What
were
about the
8,
books?
they would not have fit around this table. The table is perfectly set for 6. Everything is perfectly apportioned. And at the same time-ish, Shona is the one that puts that together. You couldn't fit 8 around this table because there's not enough elbow room. You'd be,
Right.
and God forbid you end up next to a southpaw because then that really throws everything off.
You got to put them at the end.
Exactly. And as you're doing that, Mir takes a moment and goes, is processing what as everyone is thinking out loud, and pulls one of the chairs out and starts to sit down at the table in it. And that's when the other 3 of you notice that the seat of the chair opens like a mouth.
No.
Can I push Mur off the chair
And in that
before
moment,
she sits down?
you dive to pull her away from it, and the mimic attacks.
No.
Gotta give him credit. I thought that was kind of a clever monster to throw in here.
That's color. Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah,
I feel like that's just a primal human fear too, of like sitting on something and having it
eat you.
bite you.
I thought it was
Or
gonna end
like,
up
you
being
know, like there's a
ghost, I admit.
spider or a tack or like a snake or something. Like just
So,
you don't want to sit and get eaten.
peeps, I need some initiative rolls.
Yes. Finally.
My initiative is always so bad.
That's because you're contemplating.
Got a cat.
You're thinking it through and trying to decide what makes the
That is
most sense.
Completely accurate.
Does Mr. Whiskers roll initiative?
Mr. Whiskers
For
is not Mr. Whiskers
cuteness.
because the kitty has no name.
I'm dubbing him Mr. Whisker.
No,
like
no. It's
I like it.
Cornelius.
No name.
I like Mr. Whiskers.
I will sick
Danger.
my demons on you.
Danger's the cat's name. Wait, demons? What?
I'm chaotic neutral.
Well, that explains the deep love of a cat, who really are always chaotic
The
neutral.
chaotic something. Yeah.
All right, Shona is up.
I'm gonna hit that chair with the hand axe. As long as Ember and Myrrh are out of the way.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
okay.
The two of you pull them out of the way, and then just bam. You can
Whack it with
easily
hand
whack
axe.
down on it hard.
Yep.
With
I was just gonna use the hand axe, which is apparently I was so angered I got a 7.
ooh,
I
really?
missed a chair.
That's not very good.
Nope. That's what happens when you roll 20 initiative. The rest of the rolls.
Twisting fate.
You guys good with that?
Sure.
Okay.
Fate has been
Thank
twisted.
you.
How many of these do we have left?
Plenty.
A
Okay.
lot, apparently. That is awesome.
Okay, so that's. I put the fate back because somebody popped in the rolling sound, which does the same thing.
Nice.
So that's gonna hit. Give me damage.
Ears just saving us like time after
Yeah,
time.
Ears like they are
Yeah.
the MVP tonight.
They're player 5.
Truly.
Yeah, just the secret, this shadow member of the group.
Yes.
All right, and then damage.
Trying to it like
There it goes.
7 weird. Hey, 7.
That's a serviceable roll. Mir's up.
You're gonna take something to it. A chair, I'd say, definitely.
So far, the chair has
like-
taken more the same amount of damage as the toad.
Oh.
The
Yes.
chair is not dead, and the demon toad is. So that's
Yes.
perception there.
This one's a lot
I
tougher.
feel like a rapier won't do much for a chair, but you know what? Like maybe I can slash at the cushion
yeah,
or stab
pull
it in
its
the sort of
hack it
fluff
apart.
mouth
Yeah.
Yeah.
area.
That's your goal.
So I will attack with my rapier.
Yeah.
So I roll. Okay, here's the hit. All right.
I mean, it's not just a chair. I mean, it's jumping around now, lashing out with its arms, literally.
14.
14 is going to score a hit. Give us some damage.
Okay.
It is not hard to hit a chair. It's not jumping that much.
5.
All right. Bits of wood fly off of it. And you can see that there's this weird purplish thing starting to ooze out of the cracks in the wood where you've hit it. Ember's up.
Pleasant.
I'm trying to think if I should set it on fire or dagger it. I feel like a chair would be weak to fire. So I'm going to set the chair on fire?
Okay. Punch it with a flaming hand.
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh,
Oh.
6.
Twist it.
Okay, yeah. Net 20.
There you go.
Okay, 2d8.
This is going to leave a mark.
I'm gonna set the whole room on fire. 7.
Serviceable. Unfortunately, I now need you to give me a strength check.
Oh.
You
Oh, good. I only have a -1.
you call up a ball of fire onto your hand, which is natural for a fire genasi that's to be able to summon and lash out and slam. And as you push through the wood and leave a nice burn scratch,
I got a nat 1, and my
Oh,
strength is
God.
-1.
no.
So it's a 0.
and you can
Did
you
you break
watch
your arm?
as that purple goo that it was bleeding now starts to stick to your hand
Oh no!
as you find yourself affixed to the chair, which is really unfortunate because it goes next.
Oh.
Oh no!
I've been super glued to a chair
You
that
have.
is trying
so
to
much.
eat me.
You have. Welcome, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Indeed, you're catching them in the middle of a battle with a chair.
Our nemesis.
It sounds.
Harder than it sounds.
Yes.
Don't
I feel like I'm
judge.
losing the fight, to be honest
Yep.
with you.
You kind of are.
Stay strong.
No, you're distracting it so the rest of us can attack. You're taking
We'll
what
save
we need.
you.
I am not
got
a
this, Ember.
tank.
Okay. Yeah. It lashes.
no.
Now that's got you glued, it starts to pull you down into it.
Can I do something? My turn
You,
again?
you'll be up next.
I'm just screaming. Just no means no. No means no. Just trying to push the chair with my feet.
I
like-
will heal you. It's okay. Stay alive.
Okay, so we'll update all of that. The damage has been processed. And as she fights back against the chair as it pulls her in, you can see she's more or less lost the battle and passes out from the injuries as its acid.
oh my god.
Its acid, saliva begins to eat into her. Jansen has a chance to act, though. What is she doing? What are they doing?
What?
Now you're up.
Okay. So I put my foot to hold open the door,
Okay.
and I reach out of my quiver and I pull my bow and arrow and I attack the chair.
Perfect. Well, and positioned to be sure that nothing sneaks in because you've got the door covered.
Yep. What do I need to roll?
That would be the same attack roll you used before. So it's the to hit next
Okay.
to. Yep, that would be the one.
Yes, 20.
Oh, wreck it. Wreck it.
And then 7. Eh? Eh?
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit, and that's some damage.
Yes.
Well done. And Shona's up next.
So, I'm not sure if I can do 2 actions. I want to try and get Ember away from it. So I figure if I try and slash between it and her,
Yeah,
and
you can
try
do
and
that.
can I slash and try and like grab her out of the way too with the other hand?
Yeah, you can hack away and start to pull her out of it so we can get some healing on her.
Yeah.
Try and get her back up.
Yep.
Go for it.
So I know I roll the hand axe. Do I roll something to try and get? I rolled a 17. to hit.
Give us some damage on that. It's more for role play purposes that you're going to pull
Okay.
her out and
Yeah.
get her away from everybody.
Only 5 damage.
That is enough.
Yes.
And as you pull Ember out with one hand and bash down with the axe with the other, and you just watch as it cracks and this large puddle of purplish green goo spreads over the floor where it was, and your noses all kind of simultaneously all kind of go ugh, from the sulfur and that burning sensation. You have managed, though, to defeat the chair.
Woohoo!
And you will have this opportunity then to apply some first aid as needed, which makes this the ideal place to splash up on the screen to be continued.
I didn't insta-die at least.
Yay.
I can't believe it got me
I
to
will
0
heal you
hit
next
points.
time.
Yes, okay, yes. I'm just ragdolled.
No.
I've got you under like one arm and grabbing you.
There's just coins coming out of my pockets.
Oh, we'll have to get those out of that later. She'll want them.
And appropriate. A belated welcome to the Raiders that came over from Science Streams. Thank you for joining us tonight. Unfortunately, you are catching us at the end of our session. This is Dungeons & Dragons, the role-playing game. It's in its 5th edition. And the fun part about being a gamer of a particular age is I've played all 5 of them. But I've never played with a group that is this stinking amazing to play with so many ideas and so much fun character. It's been a great time to get together. We are starting to bump up against the latest I think we ever said we would be playing. So I'm going to kind of move us into the good nights so we can pick up right here next week with a continuing story. Lenarius, what have you got going on this week as we start to wind this down?
Streaming. Doing Throwback Thursday tomorrow and a horror day on Friday. And then Magic the Gathering Saturday night, which is going to be a lot of fun.
The new game or the card game?
No, card game
Fun.
with like decks. Yeah, I'm excited.
Nice. It's been a bit for me. Jess,
It's been like 2 years, so.
Cool. Jess, what's coming up on your docket this week?
I love Magic the Gathering.
I know.
So unfortunately, the person I'm doing game development with has come down with COVID. So game dev stream tomorrow is probably not going to happen. So probably some co-working streams. So folks like want to get stuff done during the day. Like I'd love to hang out. But otherwise looking to actually one of my first sponsored streams on Sunday. So Microsoft has generously offered to sponsor a stream doing machine learning with Azure. So the first of the machine learning with Azure streams is Sunday, and it'll be great. I've never used Azure, so if you've never used Azure, it's perfect. It's going to be just like getting started, and it'll be figure out how to use this. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. It's a cool opportunity, and I'm really excited. But yeah, also it was my birthday Monday, and it's been a week. And I accepted a job offer yesterday. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Oh my
it's been
God.
a week. It's just like, okay, all right,
Congratulations.
life needs to sit down maybe and let me catch my breath.
It's making up for last year all in 1 week.
Oh, certainly feels like it, but it's gonna mean a move to Stockholm. So I'm
Whoa, that's so
looking
cool.
into. Yeah, I'm
Actually-
really excited.
We have buddies in Stockholm. My DM for the other game that I play lives in Stockholm, and another friend of mine lives in Stockholm. So that's awesome.
How fun.
Connect me maybe so I can ask like
Absolutely.
all the obnoxious American questions of like, how do I do this?
Yeah,
Help.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Cool. Tiff, anything fun on your current docket of projects?
I've got some commissions to work on, and I am playing in this game on Saturday with this cool DM named Rob.
Your Saturday game, the pirate one?
Saturday, the
I
pirate
heard
one.
that guy's a loser. You don't want to play with him.
It's amazing though. We'll just make him really work for it. It'd be great.
Cool. And if people want commissions, they can go to that Facebook link.
Yep. The Art of T.S. Lamb.
Cool. Speaking of arts and commissions, Molly, what's up this weekend?
So Saturday, at 2:30 Eastern, we're gonna be on my other DM's channel, the Macintosh, the one from Stockholm, and we're gonna be doing our second session of Curse of Strahd, and then Sunday will be, hopefully, if my wrist holds out, an art stream. So, and finishing up commissions / starting new character work, hopefully. So.
Cool. Well, I'm going to send everybody out. Oh, I guess I should say what I've got. As Tiff mentioned, Saturday night this week, I'm going to be running my monthly game of 7th Sea, an amazing game of swashbuckling buckles and other hilarities. An amazing system where you just tell me what you want to do and we make it happen. So that should be a really good time. And then Sunday night, we're back to our prequels for the Curse of Strahd campaign. And then some random gaming here and there just to keep having a good time. Puppies are awesome. I'm going to send you guys out of here to check out Dork Tales. I stumbled into them earlier this week. They were running Candlekeep, but they are not running it tonight. So you don't have to worry about being spoiled for anything. I really hope you have a good time hanging out with them. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for all of the support, all of the bits, all of the cheers, all of the hype. The hype train early when we started was amazing. Appreciate everyone's support to keep the lights on and keep the dice rolling. So until the next time we all get together at the game table, folks, please remember you have a face slot available to equip an item. You want advantage on those con saves against the coronavirus, so wear your mask. And please keep keeping those around you safe. We all appreciate it.
Bye.
Until next time, everybody.